Skirt.
Skirt.
I thought you were.
Skirt.
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 Are we good today?
Huh?
Are you?
Are we?
Oh, dear.
We're not good because we're starting early.
Yeah. Everyone's not tired.
We
yeah.
are on time. We are.
Oh, yeah, we're mostly on time. All right.
We're usually late. Smile. That's
Yeah,
not
normally.
normal. Being early normal? No.
All right. So,
So what the hell are you wearing?
what are you wearing?
Ooh,
Oh, by the way,
shit, man.
Suzanne, you probably already saw, but I gave you your axe on your model.
I want to
Oh,
see it.
did you? I didn't see
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Look, go look.
I want to see it.
I gave you
Oh,
your
look at
axe on your
that.
model.
Oh, how cool.
Ooh.
Oh, that's hella cool.
There you go. And then if you turn it around, it's just Susan without the axe.
Okay.
I've had my staff the whole time.
I've had my cool staff this entire time. All right, so
Newsflash, assholes! I've had my staff the entire goddamn time.
if we're all gonna go ahead and take a look here on this map of Dionysa, we can see all the progress we've made since day one. All the way up there at that lake area was where we started up at Rex Crown. We went down this way, battled some thieves, went through a cave, battled some kobolds, went to a city, nearly fucking died. Left
Oh,
the
you know,
city.
the usual.
Yeah, the usual. Left the city.
Pretty sure someone did die.
Oh yeah, it was Alexa.
I think two
Oh,
people
yeah.
died, counting Alexa.
I think I did.
Yeah,
I
I
did.
know.
Alexa's not. Wait, what happened?
Alexa got knocked out. She lost her hit
Okay.
points.
I did too.
She was our first like actual person that got killed in a
Yeah.
match, or like.
Yeah.
And then we
She was
went
the first
all the
one
way
to
to the giant bridge. It was not really giant, just a long, skinny bridge. That goes across this river here. Then we fought some Minotaur, made some thief friends, and an artist friend. Currently your party has been traveling for about 4 days' time now. You've stopped at multiple villages, dropped off the 4 thieves at one of them. However, you're still not quite to Jaina's destination, so she is still traveling with you all. And you are coming up onto your next destination, which is going to be a place called Fort Thorn.
Fortnite.
My favorite game.
Fortnite. Where are we dropping, boys?
Tilted towers. No.
Okay. So, let us all drive up into.
Oh,
Whoa, big.
Let's go
Oh,
skirt
that's
here into
so
Fort Thorn.
pretty.
Oh, what the fuck? Stop grabbing it! Stop grabbing it!
Wait, we need to touch it.
Well, I had to turn it around first. There we go.
Everyone, give it a little.
bad.
Give it a little.
Yeah, everybody
This is
give
like
it.
a villa.
Everybody give it
Ooh.
a snap. All right.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go ahead and lock it.
I feel like this is a hostile town.
I got good feelings about this.
Okay, so
I do too.
Who should I trust?
This is beautiful.
here you all
Oh,
come in
Sarah,
your
what happened?
beautiful little handsome wagon. Skirt.
1 square equals 20 feet.
Yeah. Okay. So basically,
Sarah?
all the square that you see, this is like kind of like a zoomed out map, right? Obviously, because this is not like a tiny shack, and this is not like a little box. These are houses, you know.
Okay.
So each square is 20 feet. I can't really make the wagon smaller than this, so it's bigger than its actual size right now. Not actually
You
going in a
can't make it
giant
smaller?
wagon, but
Oh,
Is the
dude, how
wagon just a
baller would
decal?
that be?
so
wagon's
you
just a
all
decal.
finally come up and you're finally arrived at the destination, which is Fort Thorn, and you begin unloading from the wagon. Go ahead and grab. Go, everyone, get your models and stuff. Make yourselves real goddamn tiny.
Oh.
Well, maybe not
Aha!
quite that tiny that I
Ah,
made my
so the
model.
tables have turned.
This is a strategy game now.
There we go.
Am I too big?
You are a little too big. Make yourself the size of Alphonse. Oops.
Okay.
As much as you can. Dude,
So I gotta
fucking
be my
Cosgrove is gonna be
Sonic, right?
huge.
All right. Well, there we go.
Canonically, how tall is Al canonically?
Ugh, I'm 5'11".
I'm a little taller.
I'm taller than him too.
You
So
guys
I'm
are like the
perfect,
same
right?
height.
Hell
Three of
yeah!
us, yeah.
Hell yeah!
My size is perfect, right?
However, none of you are as tall as Thog. So
That is
please,
true.
please feel free
I'm
to
not-
feel inadequate about that.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay,
Hey,
so you all
I feel great about my height. All
you
right.
all finally unload from the wagon. Let me
Are
go
you
ahead and
riding on his legs again?
Yes.
The usual.
let me grab my Fort Thorn bag. Here we go. Very you come across this this little fort that looks like a military fort, which it's got all the spiked logs, the fucking. Please
The
excuse me.
towers
I
where they
just
shoot
ate.
when
I'm really
people
burpy.
from-
I'm sorry. Yeah, no, it's got the towers that people shoot from, but they look very kind of like old and worn down. And you see on the top of each of these towers is 2 guards. And then one of them kind of looks over to the other, and they kind of just look back at each other and say some things. And then this one looks down and he says, "Halt! Who goes there?
What's up?
What's up?
What's up?
poppin', Jimbo?
Hey, just wondering, you guys don't happen to be like adventurers or something, right?"
Oh no, we
Super
definitely are.
specific.
Hold on.
But yeah.
And
That is. I have a question.
Why are you so tiny? How did you get this way?
So wait, hold on. Are you strong adventurers?
I have a question,
Strongest?
for the right price.
sir. I have a question.
What's up, little man?
Can they hear you from down here? What's
Yeah,
up?
I was gonna say roll for loudness, but fuck it, go ahead. Go ahead.
Would being an adventurer be a bad thing?
No, it's
They already
actually
know.
extremely good. Please come
Okay,
in, and
yes,
they open the
we are
gates.
adventurers.
I understand.
They open the gates. This one kind
They
of
trusted us like real quick.
this guy scuttles
Yeah, that's-
down the tower and
Yeah.
opens up the
That's a little
gates
suspicious.
and
Susan, look how
stands right
persuasive
here.
I am.
And he's
What?
like, "Please come in. We need your help, pretty
I said,
badly
look how
actually."
persuasive I am.
Skirt.
Skirt.
I'm having so much trouble hearing you. What?
Please
I
skirt
said,
right
look how
in.
persuasive I am.
Oh yeah, really persuasive. Let's go.
There you go. Okay, you've.
Wait, do we leave our wagon out here?
Yeah, you park the wagon out there.
Well,
for
we
now.
can't bring it inside,
Thog
lol.
is going to watch it. Yeah, Thog's gonna take a watch over it.
Wait, Thog. Thog,
What, Draylon?
I love you.
Thog loved Draylon too, and he gives you a big hug.
Oh, that feels great, man. All
Why
right.
do you have
This
a-
guy's
What?
like,
Horns.
"Oh, that's really cool, dude. Wow, friendship's
Oh,
great."
wow.
And then he comes in and shuts the gates behind him and walks up this way. I should make him a little bit tinier than he is. Hold on. There
Why
we
do you
go.
have an army of corns?
That's his
Oh.
Pikmin. He's like,
Man of
"Please,
nature."
please, this way." And he beckons you to come over this way. And I guess he kind of like asks you all just kind of gather around him for a moment.
I'm
He's like, "Well, first things first, welcome to Fort Thorn. This place around me is a really old military fort. However, it's not really been like used at all for like 200 or 300 years ish.
Oh, okay. So do
So-
people just live here, like a
Yeah,
town?
so we're just basically a really tiny village.
Oh, okay.
Mostly we work in the lumber business. We have a blacksmith, bunch of
Oh,
stuff like that.
So it's like a settlement.
It's like a little, well, it's a tiny, yeah, it's more just like a really small village that we get most of our income from lumber and just travelers like yourselves. However,
Oh,
shit's fucked.
Oh,
Please come
Please
this way.
explain.
what's fucked about the shit?
Well, I'll have the mayor of the town tell you himself, and he beckons you
Oh,
all
funk. We
to
get
enter
beat
this
him.
door. So just
Oh,
go
no.
ahead and set your models on top of the house, just to indicate
Okay.
that you're in the house.
What the fuck? We get to meet a mayor?
So he
I wanna
opens
run around
the
the room.
doors, and you all slowly walk in, and this kind of
It's a
like
trap.
this like 40-year-old looking man, who's dressed in some pretty neat clothes, and he's got a little book. You can see him right here. Turns around from what seems like a little bit of a desk on the side of like this big like living room area. There's like 2 doors to the left and right that lead into separate rooms. I'm gonna burp. Excuse me.
Okay.
Stop
Yeah.
it.
I shouldn't eat before
The mayor
DMing.
said that.
I should-
The mayor did that.
Wait, Bert.
I shouldn't eat before DMing, but anyway, he turns around and he says, "Whoa, hold it there, Fallon. Who did you just bring into my home? Who is this lot?" And he says, "Sir, strong adventurers, sir. They can help us with our issue." He says, oh,
Sir, you're very tall.
Mayor Tallstock.
Or maybe you're just very short.
Mayor, no, his name is literally Mayor Tallstock. Don't worry about
Oh,
it. This man, like, kind of like lumbers down and looks down at you, Flamingo, and he's like, I honestly didn't even see you there.
You know what? You're not the only one. It's
No.
okay.
Oh, he feels a little
I
bit
agree.
sad about that comment.
No, it's
Um,
okay. It's normal.
So you didn't know he
Smile.
felt sad about it. He turns to the lot of you and he's like, so have you all just arrived into town right now?
just moments ago.
yes.
That is
Yes.
excellent timing. Well, I guess first and foremost, welcome to Fort Thorn. You won't find much here in this village, but it should be enough for, a stopping by. However, it is very lucky that we have found the lot of you at this particular moment, because, as they say, shit's fucked.
Okay.
So we've
Who
heard.
is
These past 3 nights, we've had each night one of our citizens completely disappear.
Mm.
Oh,
Like, I mean, like, vanish. Like, they're...
And they weren't eaten by you, correct?
No, we do not eat them.
by you?
We aren't the cannibalist. What the fuck?
Cannibals.
We aren't.
We're not
we
the
aren't-
cannibal
They are
type.
cannibalistic.
Yeah, we aren't really into the taste of other men. We.
Ah.
I don't mean it. I don't mean it in that way.
Neither is Draylin.
What?
This is very serious, please.
Hello?
But basically, we've had our blacksmith's assistant gone in the first night. One of our head lumberers, it's actually we only have 2 lumberers, it's a dwarf couple. Her husband has completely gone missing.
Oh,
And now the gardener's wife is missing. Completely.
Eh?
The gardener's wife. Are you sure they didn't kill their spouses?
that's quite the jump in the logic right there.
No, yeah,
you saying?
No, you
There's 2 couples.
Have you ever watched a cop show?
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, exactly.
if something like
Wait.
that was going down in this literal tiny town, we would be knowing about it. It's very small
Always
here.
the wife first, or husband, or whatever.
It was actually the blacksmith's assistant first, but
They might have been having an affair. Did you investigate?
But they were roommates.
They were roommates.
Anyway,
no.
Sorry.
This was
Sorry,
I
you
say
said
this.
3. You said 3 people went missing.
Yeah,
Who
3
was the first one again?
The first one was the blacksmith's assistant.
Ah, yes.
He,
And he's not in any relations other than with the blacksmith, correct?
No, he's actually only studying under the blacksmith to become his
Good,
own black.
good.
He's not even really from here or anything.
I understand.
Very
Where's
good
he from?
information.
He's from a northern town.
Okay.
Do you
Oh.
know, what is his
What?
race?
His
Whoa.
race.
Can't ask
Yeah.
questions
So we
like
can.
that.
Well, what if he's small? We can.
He was a young
What
halfling
if he
boy.
just got lost?
Ah, halfling.
Mhm,
He
young
got stuck
halfling
in a
boy.
well. Couldn't crawl out
It
of
worked
it.
out
Have you
very
guys
well
looked at
for
the
the
well
black-
outside?
Say it worked out very well for our blacksmith, considering our blacksmith is a gnome. You know,
Mm.
similar heights and all. It wouldn't be very good for me, considering I literally almost touched my own roof.
Mm.
This mayor guy is like he's like the height of like fucking Thog. He's
Imagine Gandalf from the Hobbit house.
yeah, pretty much.
Sir, I have another question for you.
What?
You sure have a lot of those.
What?
Have you seen a little gnome girl wandering around
Oh
these
shit!
areas?
You
A
right?
small gnome girl.
Yes.
I believe. Let's see here. He looks back over at his. He's got like a book on his table, right? He looks through it and he says, "We have many, many visitors come through the town on a weekly basis, but I do believe a night, 2 days past, the night our lumberjack's husband went missing. We had 2 different groups of people, and then one, yes, small gnome girl.
Whoa.
She only ever
Is she
came
still
in
here?
for no, she left long ago.
Mm.
She only really came in for food and supplies, and then promptly left. Didn't stay for but 5 minutes. I don't think she even paid for her stuff. She just bolted.
I was gonna say.
Do you know this girl?
Well,
I don't.
No, we have no.
You don't? Okay, because she owes me like 20 gold.
Yeah, no, we don't know her.
Okay.
I
Well
mean,
then,
I'll give
why are
20
you looking
gold.
for her then? What's
Because
going
we've
on?
heard of her.
Hey,
She's
I'll
been
give you
stealing
20
your
gold.
stuff,
gold.
lol.
Hey, I'll
Oh,
give you
she's-
20 gold. It's fine.
What? Are you
Oh.
serious?
Well, that's very generous of you.
Do you even have 20 gold?
Yes, I have.
Wow.
Doctor
You calling him poor?
Yes.
Hey, we're all pretty moderately wealthy
That
right
is a
now.
very kind donation. I'll gladly accept it.
Okay,
Go ahead and
so
remove that 20 gold from yourself.
before these disappearances started happening, did anybody suspicious come into town?
Not necessarily. Only the average travelers who only stay for but 30 minutes maximum and then are on their way.
Nobody stayed.
No, and all of our villagers were quite accounted for while these people were passing through. We've sent guards to stand out every night, and they don't see anything.
Are there any caves nearby?
Caves? Not particularly close. I mean, there's caves literally everywhere, son.
Hmm.
Is that gate the only way to get in and out of town that you know of?
The only one currently right now, yes. We have an old gate that is very, very kind of like... It's one we haven't used in ages, and we kind of like blocked it up to use it for like a storage room. It's over here in the A5 area. He mentions it's towards like the back of the village. If you look over here, it's A5. This little
Yes, please.
tower
There's
here.
3 A5s.
Oh, god damn it, there sure is. It's the one over here in the bottom right corner.
Next to A9.
Yeah. And he says, we used to have that as an old exit, but it's mostly now just used to store things, kind of like food, lumber supplies, tools, stuff like that.
Hmm.
Alright, so I say we check out the walls.
Well,
Okay.
I would suggest, well, see, now that I have you all here, how long were you planning to stay here in Fort Thorn?
Oh shit, yeah, you haven't even... Okay.
I
You
don't
know.
know, Al, what's up? What's the plan?
You mentioned back to Al, who's just kind of like sitting in the back listening to all this, and he looks around and he's like, well, I originally wasn't even planning to stay more than 15 minutes just to stock up, pay for it, and go.
all right, boss. Sorry.
You're basically you're at the fantasy equivalent of Bucky's right now.
Oh, I want a slushie.
What now?
No, there's no actual slushies. It's like a truck stop or like a
An oasis
Yeah.
on the freeway.
basically.
Hey, boss.
Yes.
Boss.
Yeah.
I think we should help
which,
these guys out.
which boss are you talking to, Alphonse?
Get out of there.
He's like, well, that's
Wow,
what I
from
was
all the
thinking
way.
as well. It's definitely not normal for citizens to be disappearing every night. We could be dealing with something very dangerous, but at the same time, I can't allow something like this to very well just happen underneath my own nose in my own kingdom. He says this very
Is it-
quietly to
I
you.
Yeah,
understand.
I was gonna say.
He definitely
Hmm.
says this he mutters it to you.
Jaina,
Yeah.
are you good to stick around for
I mean,
a while?
Like, whatever, man. I mean, if I get to... I mean, I don't know. I guess I can chill here.
You can draw my heroic deeds in action.
Oh, yeah, man.
Hold on,
It's gonna be
Might-
sick.
You might see something spooky and you can
Uh,
draw it.
Sir
yeah.
Tallstock,
Yes, sir.
you guys have a brothel?
Not really. No, we aren't. We don't really have enough people to warrant a brothel.
Oh, what a shame.
I was asking for my friend.
Yeah, no, we aren't really the whoring type.
Oh, okay. He's going through some withdrawal symptoms, so
Oh shit.
Hmm.
What the fuck does that mean?
No, I'm fine.
I don't need it.
I don't need it.
Okay, I think we're gonna help you out, sir.
All right, that's excellent. I believe my guards can help you out in organizing what I believe we should do is a stakeout. Basically, we have you all just stay at various parts of the town throughout the night, and see if you can't notice why people are missing, because it is very urgent. Literally last night we lost the gardener's wife, and I believe that come 2 weeks from now, there will be no one left in Fort Thorn.
Another question.
Yes, sir.
Do these disappearances happen around the same time, do you think?
No one's ever noticed when they happen. They just happen.
Shoot. Is it at night? It's at night, right?
It's definitely a nice. Everyone goes
Okay.
to bed, and then it just happens.
Have you looked at the moon anytime?
Got it. No one goes to bed ever again.
The moon has been pretty. Yeah, no
Always awake.
sleeping allowed in Fort Thorn.
Doing
Tell
everything
them not to
Adderall.
get deleted. lol.
Just don't sleep, lol. Oh my god. You ask about the moon, and he says, not particularly. I don't really believe we're dealing with werewolves, which is what I believe you're getting at. Because they would leave probably a lot nastier track if they just suddenly started appearing in our town. You know,
Getting
like,
eaten whole.
eating chickens, eating livestock, things like that. But none of that has really happened. It's just all of our animals and shit are all
Only-
alive.
Yeah,
Only
Tall Man is correct.
I agree with your theory here, Mr. Tallstock.
Thank you, sir.
Before we get back with your guards, can we check out the town? Can we run through
Absolutely,
the
yes.
shops
No,
and
feel
stuff?
free to make yourself welcome here in Fort Thorn.
Could you direct us to the inn?
Absolutely. Well, there is. Let's see here. There's not really an inn that we keep here in particular. We do have like a bunkhouse.
Oh, do you have a bed and breakfast?
No, we have like
You got an
dang it.
we
Airbnb?
have like a room with like 3 beds.
Hurry.
All right. who
Well,
wants
We
to
don't
sleep with me?
normally get this large a party who decides to stay, but this is a very special
about-
occasion.
Do you have any spare rooms in your house?
Why?
What the
No,
hell?
don't ask that.
The king
I
or
mean-
mayor.
Yeah, I have
That's
I
really
have
creepy, dude.
I have a bed for myself, and I think I've got maybe like a cot or two.
Do
Maybe
you think we
get,
could
get you out of extendable
use the
bed.
cots?
Are you planning to sleep on your stakeout? I would prefer you stay awake for to do
Someone
the
sounds
thing,
lazy.
to do the thing I'm going to be paying you money to do. Did I mention I'm paying you
yes.
money to do this?
No,
How
sir.
much money?
Let's see here. For one night, to just stake out the town and... Well, let's see here. Let's see here. For tonight, to just stake out the town, I'll pay each of you 20 gold pieces each.
That sounds
Um,
pretty good.
And if you can solve this issue and find our missing citizens, I will pay you some odd 50 gold each.
Each, that's
You like
combined.
gold.
On top of the 25?
On top of the 20, not 25.
Oh, I
Roll,
heard
roll
25.
for persuasion. Roll for persuasion.
Is this a fucking Fallout command? It's like, oh, you meant 25. dude.
That's a nat 20, dude.
No!
Yes, of course.
Boy!
I do believe I did say 25. I apologize.
Well, thank you, Tallstock.
Yeah, not a
All right, Mr.
I use
Tallstock.
message to Blaze and say, hell yeah, boy.
Suddenly,
yeah.
Metzley, you hear a voice in your head. Draylin kind of points in your direction, and you hear in your head, "Hell yeah, dude."
This is the best cantrip ever.
So if you'll please follow me this way, I'll introduce you all to the town.
I don't
He-
reply.
He opens the door,
Aw.
and you all kind of like get out and go explore. Thank you for dragging my NPCs with you, boys.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm protecting them. I got their fronts, they got my back, I think.
So you're
Yes, and
walking
that's
around the
dangerous.
town, and the first thing you see before you all begin going down this way is a man right next to some bushes trimming them with a trimmer.
Wow.
That's the gardener's wife.
That's the gardener.
That's the...
It's the gardener's wife.
Wait,
That's
the
his
same
wife.
farmer from?
Time to pull the old Nestle trick. I'm gonna go creep him out real quick.
Time to relive.
Lost his wife.
But
You
he
see
looks
him,
like
yeah,
that.
trimming some
Someone I know.
bushes. He looks
He
over
looks familiar.
and he says, "Ho, Jimmy, this way. We have visitors." He turns around and he's like, "Oh, really? Oh, wow, that's a lot of them. Holy wow." You see, it's kind of just like this, like, ton of people in the courtyard of the city. It's just kind of really full compared to what it normally is. You see, the bush he's been trimming is in the shape of a dinosaur.
Wow.
What's
Hey, that bush is pretty cool.
Oh, thank you. I've been working on it for a while now.
That's some excellent artistry.
Yeah, it's pretty great. I wish my wife was here to see
I can
it.
do something like that with water, but
We're
I can't
gonna
do
try
it
to find
with
your wife.
Yes.
bushes.
What the?
Metzley?
Are you? Did you mean that?
Yeah,
And
we're
Mayor
gonna
Tallstock says, "Yes, these
Wait.
men are here to help our missing persons."
Versus-
Yes, these men.
The wrong word. And he says, "Oh, Oh, thank the gods! You're gonna find her. You promise?
We're gonna try and find her.
Oh, I see. Well, please do your best. He goes back around and he begins furiously trimming away at his bush. Mayor.
Mayor Tallstock, what is this building?
He looks over at that. He's like, "That's one of our sheds. There's not
yes,
much.
the
That's
shed.
oh, not the shed. I'm sorry. He looks right next to him. This one here is the shed. That is our tiny three bed bedroom that we keep for people who decide to stay. Not very many beds inside of it. And he begs you all to come over here into like the little like middle area.
We're doing a lot of walking.
Oh, what the hell?
What are you grabbing my guard for?
Yeah, my hand was in a weird place.
Is this guard staying here, or is he coming with us?
He's gonna chill there. He's actually gonna go back over to his tower and talk to his friend from right here. You walk over into the courtyard and you see another guard, just kind of chilling right there. He kind of does like a little like waving motion over to Mayor Tallstock, who waves back. And you can see he looks, you know, like, oh, more visitors. He's a little bit surprised because it's a lot more than usual. Let's see here. You hear a loud clanging noise immediately upon entering the middle of the town. And you see over here on A10, a man outside of his deck, and you can see what looks like, I'm sure you've all played Skyrim, right?
Yes,
You know, like
Grim.
the blacksmith houses? You see, like, he's got like a blacksmith station there.
I mean, I played
Smosh.
Minecraft, so you know,
Yeah.
we're good.
Uh-oh, somebody's getting a call.
But it don't go away.
You see a man on kind of like a stool, a very very short man on like a stool, with some goggles on, slamming away at a hot piece of metal on an anvil. Shrink him a little bit. He's very focused on what he's doing and does not quite notice that you all have just entered this middle area. Tallstock says to a lot of you, that over there is Ron. He's our local blacksmith. He traveled here one day and decided to stay and maybe sell weapons to traveling or passing by travelers. That's his station over there. He's the one who recently lost his assistant, the halfling boy. And then you see that house over there. He points to this one right here, A8. That there, it lives our two, or I guess what used to be our two, are now one blacksmith. Her name is Basilva.
Wait a minute.
And she
What?
has not. Did I say blacksmith?
Yeah, sure did, sir.
Lumberjack. Lumberjack is the word.
Yes.
Our lumberjack Basilva. She lives right in there. And then A7 is currently really vacant. Nobody really
What is
stays
it?
in there.
It's a house?
A7 is a house, yes.
And what about A6?
That is Jimmy's house. Our gardener.
Jimmy? Jim.
Jimmy.
And what about this A9
Jimbo.
building?
A9?
Yes.
Oh, here, I'm sorry. I said A7 was empty. That is the guards barracks.
Okay.
A9 is the guards
No,
barracks?
A7 is. Where are you looking at?
A9 is
Oh,
empty?
A9 is that's our library. We keep a couple of books and tomes there.
Can I?
Do you want to go peruse our books?
Yeah, I wanna
Want
go
some books?
browse your
Please,
books.
by all means, go. Don't
What a
ravage them.
nerd.
Just please look.
Okay.
Guard, keeping an eye on you.
I wanna look through the books.
Okay, you look around this like tiny little like circular room with shelves that just kind of like go in like a 360 like it's 360 shelf. Like they're all just kind of like around you in this like little. There's like a desk in the middle, like like two desks in the middle.
Like in Wizard 101. I gotcha. Got this.
Yeah, no, maybe not that big, but basically you look around and you look through all the books and stuff, and it's not really particularly anything like of interest. It's actually a lot of really boring shit, like just specific tomes for specific cantrips and stuff like
So
that.
there's for sure
Tomes?
nothing that catches my
Spells?
eye.
Nothing catches your eye. It's actually extremely boring.
What building is this again?
What are you looking at?
A9.
Say
A9?
tomes. Did you say tomes are in there?
Yeah, there's some tomes. Nothing that really.
I like tomes.
I'm a tome boy.
I'm a tome boy. I want to see the tomes.
Draylen walks
I can
in,
do with some more magic.
looks around, and you just kind of see around you the multitude of books of just kind of like outdated stories and stuff, history books, the every now and then tomes for cantrips that you already know.
Oh wow. Books are still nice. I want to look for this one very obscure book.
They don't have
Obscure.
hentai. They don't
No,
have
no. It's a spell.
a spell.
It's called Small Your Dick. Do they have
What does it do?
Well, let me tell you what.
Your dick is now a noodle.
What to do?
Oh shit!
Let me show you. Yeah.
Damn, I wish I had that spell. I cast Small Your Dick.
Oh yeah.
Mega magic.
Meta magic, Small Your Dick.
Okay.
It's a 7th level spell slot to use.
Yeah. No.
And I'll expend all of my sorcery points.
That's not how that works.
Okay, hold on. I'm good.
Please.
I was AFK for a second. What's going on?
I was saying I'm gonna use my meta magic and expend all my sorcery points to cast Dick.
If you can somehow get a spell that changes the size of an object, and you can somehow apply it to a human being,
Oh my god.
then
Specifically the genitalia.
then you can cast Small Your Dick. But I don't believe you currently have a spell that is capable of that.
Oh, minor illusion.
Well, I mean, you can make it look, I guess, small.
Yeah, it
but
would
you,
look
That's
it, but it
what
wouldn't
counts.
be it.
that's not what counts because the big
No-
thing would be right
No,
there.
no. But if it's an illusion and everyone else sees a small dick, then
Oh man, no, they don't get to
I
see my.
smelled your dick.
What situation is there just gonna be a dude with his wang out and you're gonna make it look small and everyone's gonna laugh at him?
I don't know.
Well,
But when it is, I'm gonna
Well,
shout
DM.
those
Oh,
fucking.
When it happens, it's happened.
Well, DM, just let us know. Winks.
Alright, so
Your dick is now a noodle.
Can I sell some stuff to this?
Can I talk to the blacksmith, man?
Yeah, I'll talk to him too.
you walk up to this man, it just kind of like heavily focused on his piece of iron, and he's just swinging away. He does not notice
Hello.
you yet. He still does not notice you.
What are you selling?
Okay, I was gonna say he's busy.
You, as you yell, "What are you selling?" He slams his hammer down and
Then he
like
says, "What are you
completely
buying?"
breaks the piece of metal he was slamming at. It
Oh,
snaps in
no.
half.
Oh.
He
You
looks-
break it, you buy it.
He looks around at you, slowly like lifts up his goggles, and he's like, "Huh?
What are you selling?
What you buying?
The fuck does a blacksmith sell? Oh, you know, I
Not a swordsman,
sell
I think.
flowers. I cut bushes.
Well,
Oh, you're the gardener.
Yeah, I'm
You're
the
the
gardener. No, I'm the blacksmith."
We hear your wife's been missing.
Sir, you have a bit of a temper.
Hey, watch out! I'll hit you with that hammer.
He goes back to he picks up the piece of metal that he had snapped, and he's like, God damn it! He just kind of goes back to his station and begins like
Wait,
starting from the beginning.
Sir,
Is there something you want? Do you want to buy something?
Your assistant went missing recently, right?
Oh, holy shit! You really think so?
I don't know. We don't. we're
Oh,
not
that's
friends.
crazy! Wow! I didn't even fucking notice. He slams his hammer into the table.
I understand.
It's an angry gnome.
Well, you made him angry. Why'd
To
you
be
do that?
fair, you
I'd be
did
angry
just go
too.
up. You just went up to a man, said, "Hey, your friend's gone and missing," and then
Lol.
just yeah.
I asked him. I
You
didn't like.
yelled at
said,
him.
no, you came up and you said, "Hey, your friend's missing."
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
I
That is
walked
exactly
up
what
to
you
him and
did.
said,
You should have said I inquired, and then that would mean you asked a question.
He's still back and rubbling, like just like very like intently scuffling through his metal.
Just tell him we're gonna find him.
Don't say
gonna try
that.
and
You can't
find
make
him.
fault.
We're okay. We're gonna try. But you know,
Well,
He sees you
We're gonna
walk up
try and
onto
find
his
him.
desk, and he says, he looks, or on his desk, his little porch, he's like, "Are you buying?"
I'm just trying
If
to tell
you're
you that we're gonna
selling-
try and find your apprentice, dude.
Turns back
That's
around
all.
and goes rummaging through his bits and pieces again.
You're gonna seem too enthused.
I'm a little
Yeah.
intimidated.
There is
I'm
blacksmith.
confused as to interactions work.
Do you want to do something?
Huh? No.
Oh, what are you confused about?
No, just like I'm gonna yell at someone on their porch. Hey, someone's missing. I heard some stuff.
Hey, my first interaction with him was, "Hey, what are you selling?"
Hey, what are you selling?
Yeah,
Yell at
Yelling
him.
at me, bro.
yeah. People do that. It's wild.
That's fucking
More
rude.
detail, It's crazy.
It's
Anyway.
okay, friends.
Anyway,
Sir,
Yeah?
He gets back up around and looks up at you the tall tiefling. You kind of tower above him, and he's like, "What is it now?"
what was I do? Sorry about my friend here. Do you buy things off people?
Depends on what I'm buying. What do you want me to buy from
Oh,
you?
I just want to sell my leather armor here. Only lightly used.
Well, how lightly used? Let me see it.
Used in parentheses other.
He beckons you to show him the armor. Oh wow, cool. Thanks. You hand him. Were you wearing this, Metzley?
Yes, I take it off.
Okay, you take off from underneath your cloak the leather armor that you had equipped. You are now just a fucking bare-chested man underneath your long robes. And you hand it down to him, and he looks it around and stuff. He sees like a lot of like gashes and like torn bits in it, and he's like, "Well, you're very lucky that travelers that come through this town very often end up buying leather armor. However, I am going to buy it from you not for the normal 10 gold pieces, but 7. You have a
Oh,
deal?"
yeah, that's fine.
Alrighty, he kind of like goes and walks over to a little area with a little bag underneath the table, and kind of like scuffles through it and pulls out this little purse-looking thing, opens it up, pulls out 7 gold, puts it back in and ties it up very tightly, and comes back over to you and puts the 7 gold pieces into the palm of your hand. Doing business with you.
Thank you.
I'm going to go fix this up. You messed it up pretty badly, lightly used my ass.
I'm sorry. I don't know how badly I get hit nowadays.
I think you've had that leather armor for quite a bit.
I cast mage armor on myself.
Okay. Does that expend a spell
What?
slot?
No,
Okay, it's a cantrip? Or is it just a spell?
no, it's my invocation.
Ah, I see. Cast mage armor yourself at will without expending a spell slot or material points. Alright, cool. You do that. Metzley then, from underneath his robes, no one really particularly notices, but there's a little bit of a flash from underneath them, and you are now protected by a magical veil of armor.
Okay.
Thank you, the fiend.
Now what?
You hear Metzley voice in your head saying, "Welcome, Metzley."
What the hell is happening?
The mayor kind of looks around, and he's like, "I guess for the day, you can all decide what you wish to do, and then when night comes, my guards will, decide where they want you to be. For now, I'm going to be back in my, my home. If you do need any more information, I will be located there."
Sir,
Yes, another question from the small one.
is the lumberjack's wife in?
I do believe she's home, but I do not advise you visit her currently.
Why is that?
She's very distraught by the disappearance of her husband.
Hmm.
Not very in the visitor kind of mood, really. I'm sure she knows you're all here because of the racket outside, but I do not deem it wise to just go in and try and converse with her currently.
I'm cool with that.
He
Okay.
then kind of looks around at you all and he gives you like a little bit of a wave. And
Oh,
says,
can we
Huh?
Quick thing.
Yeah.
Is it all right if we go to that if we use that house place that you talked about?
Oh, the bunker?
Yeah, so we can get all of our stuff together, you know.
Yeah,
make a plan.
absolutely. Feel free.
Oh, also, what's in the shed?
Tools, random assortment of things, kind of like our other tower over there, just more of it. Mostly the tower's used for the lumberjacks tools and stuff, and this is more for farming and gardening and blacksmithing. Blacksmith actually kind of has most of his stuff over there, but there's a couple things in there. Random assortment of, you know, things that you put in a shed, not often needed.
Interesting. All right, thank you.
He walks off back to his house. And now here you all are in Fort Thorn.
Alright, I say we go to that room and discuss what our game plan.
Right, we
Hey, yeah.
do
Okay.
it out here. We
Dude,
don't-
we don't want
whoops.
anybody to hear us. What if somebody here is suspicious?
No,
You
it's
didn't catch me, Corn.
this one.
Yeljeon goes over to the well and kind of like
It's
puts her
this-
hands on the end of it and reaches her head down into it and is like, "Echo, echo, echo." It's a really deep well.
Let's
You
drop
think I can
something
hop
in
in that bucket and go down?
That'd be so
Right.
cool.
You want to go have a trip down the well?
I want to
What?
fucking die.
I want to go check it out, dude.
All right.
Yeljeon's
I
like,
got
"Hell
dark
yeah!"
vision. I got dark vision.
Yeljeon picks you up, kind of like a toddler, and sets you in the bucket. Then goes over here, and is like, and the guard's just kind of looking at you, like. He walks over, and he is. Do you
We're investigating.
All right,
Guards,
come with
this
me,
is-
King.
this is for
You don't want to be
science.
in this.
Do you think there's something in the well?
Maybe.
Hey, maybe. We don't know until we go down there.
I suppose there's no harm in it. Just please don't get our water dirty. We drink from there. So if you don't
Is
mind,
this
I'll
the only
just.
well in the city, sir?
It's not really
Yeah.
a city. We're actually just kind of a town.
You know what I mean. It's fine.
Yes. Yeah. We don't really have any other wells.
Are you sure?
I am almost positive I've lived here for like 5 years.
Would you
All
like
right.
one?
Thank you.
Would you like one?
Would you give me 20 gold if I found another well?
Yeljeon begins wheeling down Flamingo into the well, and she looks over at the guards like, "Don't trust me. This will be funny." And you begin slowly turning the knob, and then suddenly she kind of like stops, and like the bucket just kind of like stops and dangles in the well, and then she begins furiously turning the knob, and you begin like falling into the well, and then she like stops and yanks it, and you fall like your fucking head hits the bottom of this bucket.
Oh,
And you are now at the bottom of the well, and you can see the water just kind of towards the bottom of it.
Is there like an opening down there or anything, or is it just like
It's just water,
Oh, well.
son.
water?
Yeah.
Wah.
Water.
Look so
taste
full.
of fuck all.
So cool. Yeljeon, you can see her a good like 10, 15 feet up, poke her head over and be like, "You having fun?"
It's wet.
Oh, I would suppose it would be. But are you
Yeah.
having fun?
I hit my head.
Should I make it more fun?
No.
All right,
Wait,
she
so
begins
three-
wheeling up the bucket really, really quickly, and then
wait,
stops
while she's
and
doing
lets
that-
it roll again. She's fucking with you really hard. Okay, what's going on, Corin?
I
was a
throw
doctor.
I throw 5 bronze pieces down the wall. I'm making a wish smile.
Corin throws down 5 bronze pieces into the well, and each of them like cling, 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 cling goes around the well, and one of them hits Flamingo in the head.
Oi! I'm
does he
keeping
catch it?
this.
It's only copper.
So, Corin,
Cost the fuck off.
remove 5 copper, and Flamingo,
Yeah.
you gain 1 copper.
Oh yeah, dude. Look at that.
You're welcome.
Yeljeon then wheels you back up and picks you up back out of the bucket and sets you down, and you're a little bit off your balance. There you go.
Sir, are you sure there's not another well in the city?
Yes.
Feel free to look. That's all I'll say.
I remember one
Wait,
being
there's one
walking in.
over here.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Can I have the 20 gold now?
Let's go look in that one.
That does not exist.
Oh,
Oh, funk.
I'll make it. Oh.
No fucking well. Okay. Is there anything else you want to do before you begin the nighttime stakeout?
Yeah, I want to talk to everybody, but they're not
Okay.
I'm here.
Talk to God, man.
People.
in the room.
All right.
Oh.
So
I'm here.
you all gather up in this really cramped room. It's like some of you find beds to sit on. Corn's just kind of dicking around. There you go. Some of you find beds to sit on. Alphonse is just kind of standing in the middle. And then you're like right in the doorway.
Hold on,
Rachel.
guys.
What?
Left Thog with the cart.
Psst, DM.
He's definitely. What's up?
Oh, it's Shock 1, Excelsior 1.
Okay, that's neat. Back to Fantasyland.
That's why I went. Psst.
Yeah.
Esports land.
Yeah, Alphonse tells you all, I believe Dog is definitely still out there just with the cart.
Should we go get him? I'll go get him.
You
It's
can
fine.
fetch him, sure. You go outside, Dog is just chilling out in the cart. As you go out, he quickly puts something away behind his back.
He
Hello,
could put
Flamingo?
something in his bag.
He quickly puts something in his bag.
Oh, hey Thog.
Hey!
What was that?
No, nothing.
Was it the mask
I don't know.
that you got?
Dog no longer have mask. Used to make firewood. Don't Flamingo remember?
No, I think I was inside of a slime at that point.
You may have been in slime.
Hmm.
Anyway, what is it you want?
We're gonna go talk about some things. You wanna come on in with us?
Thog love talking.
Okay, come on, Thog.
Yeah, he joins you. You lead him into the city. And immediately this guard looks over. And readies his axe.
No, he's with us. No.
He's with you.
Yeah, it's I
The
get
orc!
it. He's like extremely much taller than me. Yeah, I get it. It's fine. It's fine.
Please, no panic, sir. Thog, very sophisticated and handsome man.
Yes. I
Like
agree.
the guard lowers his weapon. He's like, if he's with you, then all right. Please go on.
Can you do me a favor and watch over our cart?
Sure. Yeah, we've already got a guy up there in the tower. He points up to his friend. He's definitely keeping an eye on your things. If anything
thank
happens,
you.
he will immediately notify you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Love
Come
you,
on, Thog.
appreciate you.
Thog,
This way.
you both kind of you are able to enter the cabin. Thog is just kind of out here like,
He's gonna stand at the door.
yeah, he's gonna stand at the door. Actually, Susan's standing at the door. Thog is behind her.
Yeah.
He's like peeking
The
around.
door's here.
He's pointing.
Let
Yeah,
him
that's
in.
where the entrance is.
Let him in.
I thought that was like the backside because of this bush here.
Well, there's just a bush there that leads into
I,
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, there's no real door area, so it doesn't matter either. But basically,
Call the window.
Thog is like poking his head off the top left corner of the shed to look
He
in.
can hear us. That's what's important.
Yeah. With these maps, I don't make them, I find them, so not everything is 100% canon on this map. But most
That's
things should be.
All
Anyway.
right.
Yeah, you've all gathered here in this really tiny fucking like three bed bedroom. What was the correct terminology for that? I don't remember.
What's going on, Susan? What's up? You
Alright,
called this meeting?
so- Hello, guys. Welcome to the what's it called? Homeowners meeting. Had some issues.
Is this our new home that we own?
Joan
Is
keeps
this,
bringing weed brownies to the PTA meetings, and
Hold on.
Who's
wait.
doing it?
Sorry.
What's going on? here?
Yo, Jane's
like,
Is this
"Pray-
some kind of,
Pray tell, what is a weed brownie?
is this some
Oh.
kind of a comedy sketch?
Real shit.
Okay. So I think we
I'm
need
calling
When
to.
did you have time to practice comedy?
I don't get it. What's a weed brownie?
She's always funny.
Okay.
No one tells
you know-
me
you know-
anything.
Yeah. There's no reason for that. Anyways, so basically, what I'm trying to say here, but I'm confused. Hold on. Okay, I think we need to have a plan.
Dog thinks Susan should take deep breath.
I am. I did. Thank you, Thog.
Okay.
Take a bigger deep breath.
Dog, love you, appreciate you.
So I think we need to sort of gather some evidence before the stakeout because
Like
I don't
what?
want to be taken by surprise.
I tried talking
Well-
to the gardener. I tried talking to the blacksmith.
Well, we don't. It's not always talking. If you've
You
ever
gotta
seen
ease
one of
into it.
those
You gotta
Com-
charm.
plays, one of those
Gardener was
guard
quite
plays.
friendly. I liked that man. That blacksmith, though.
I could
He's
sneak
an
into
angry
the gardener's
gnome.
house.
No, why are you guys doing this? Okay.
I thought we
One.
were helping, not breaking and entering.
Yeah, exactly. Thank
It's
you, Corey.
called gathering evidence.
There's other legal
We can
ways
knock
to
and ask
gather
politely.
Please,
That's
as
what's
the
sneaking in.
king of this land, I beg you not to
Yeah.
break the laws currently.
I mean,
Even currently.
we can break the laws.
Yeah,
right? But let's try not
right
to.
now, please. Yeah, try your best not to. I understand if it's necessary to get me to Yavis, but like I don't really think it's necessary right now.
Okay, so first thing, I think we need to check out the walls because somehow this man is, or sorry, not this man. I'm making assumptions. This individual whoever's causing.
No one said it
somehow,
was a person.
I know. However, these people are getting out of the town. They're getting out somewhere aside from the front gate, unless they snuck past 3 times. So I think we need to check out the walls, see if there's any openings or ways to get up and down easily.
Are you sure? I feel like
underground tunnel,
I
maybe.
feel like they would have checked
Maybe.
it out already on the walls.
We could do that. Well, they're dumb, okay?
Whoa.
They like to
There's only so
overlook
much a
things.
couple of guards can do.
These guards.
All right.
Anyways, I also think we shouldn't rule out anybody in this town's involvement, including the mayor.
Talking about you, Draylin.
Me? What?
Yeah.
Hello?
Talking about that gardener.
How dare you?
Yeah, Draylin, why are you kidnapping people, man?
I'm making a little fun, darling.
You're the most suspicious here, little man.
So I don't think anybody is to be trusted. The guards, the mayor, the people who have lost their people, even the people who've disappeared.
Please trust dog.
Okay, Thog, I
I
trust.
always trust Dog. You don't need to worry.
Everybody in this room, I trust. Okay.
Well, thank
Well,
God.
for the most part.
Oh,
Oh, that's
No,
all.
Thog, I trust you. I trust you. Okay, so I think we need to check out the wall, see if they missed anything. See if we can't figure out how they got out. I do like the idea of an underground tunnel. That could be a thing. If we wanna look into it, that we can. Like I said, trust no one.
What were you saying? Underground?
I said there might be an underground tunnel.
Yeah, so I said that's a possibility.
I'm like
If-
thinking of DM stuff. I'm sorry.
Oh.
So,
Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it again.
is any other ideas of things we should check out before the stakeout? Because I want to be as prepared as possible. I hate being
mean,
surprised. We've been
let's just-
surprised way too much.
Let's just walk about the town. Let's mosey around, check things out.
Let's ask the gods.
Maybe.
I believe we just did that. Alphonse says.
The guards.
You're right.
Oh,
Alan.
Walked
moseyed around
The
the
most we
town.
did was
We
talk
did
to a
not.
gardener,
We
a
didn't
blacksmith,
walk
and
around
jump
the
down a well.
We barely talked to.
I got it. Let's check the perimeter of the gate.
We didn't.
That's
we didn't,
literal.
We didn't walk.
That's
the
literally
perimeter.
what she said.
That's a
That
great idea,
was a
Draylin.
great idea, right?
Let's not rule anyone out.
Oh my God.
Draylin, what would we do without you?
My infinite sorcery wisdom coming through.
Draylin, plagiarize again, I'll blast your tail out.
You can't fail me. I already graduated
What?
Yes, I know.
What is Jaina
I'm a
think
How
of
much
all
time do we
this?
have before nightfall?
Jaina is scribbling away at her notebook.
Oh, I need to take notes.
Yeah, what time is it?
You're able to get a peek at her drawing, and it's just a group of people yelling at each other.
Does it kind of look like the Last Supper?
A little bit like.
Am I in the middle?
Like a
Am I Jesus?
Renaissance painting.
No, Alphonse is in the middle. He's Jesus.
Oh, damn it.
What are you
Okay.
saying, Susan?
Fair
What's
enough.
up?
How long do we have until nightfall?
Just until you're ready.
Okay, so we can do more investigating.
You can do as much investigating as you want.
All right,
Okay.
so I say we split up and we each have a task.
Split up, gang.
Okay.
Corn, you're with
We
me.
do 2 people.
Okay.
Yeah, 2
Where
groups.
are you at? I'm almost.
Skirt. I'm outside.
Wait, 2
Okay,
groups?
we
Or
haven't.
Let's
We
skip
don't know what
time
we're
of
gonna do yet.
Susan is definitely in the way of the door, stopping everybody from trying to get out. You're all just kind of like scuffled here in the center, trying to get past
I
Susan.
fall over,
Yeah.
like trying to get past her.
I'm gonna push him back.
You push him
So-
back, yeah.
But I'm
Trip over
doing what you
Draymond.
told me to do.
Not yet.
But it's gonna be night real soon.
We need to have a plan. I'm not
You
gonna
said-
get tricked again by nobody.
No, you said
Ever.
split up.
Ain't nobody gonna
Not
trick
yet.
me.
Oh my god. Okay, so
Hmm.
who thinks
Um,
that they can find?
There's 9 of us.
Not everybody has to go.
Good
Alpha.
observation.
I don't really. Jaina says I don't really.
Yeah.
I don't really want to go. If that's okay.
Jaina and Owl and somebody else can stay. Thog can stay, and somebody can take.
Oh,
Somebody can go alone or take Jayon or something. Or Thog can come if Thog is. Thog, are you like to investigate?
dog love investigation.
You can come with me then.
Just as I thought, a man of culture.
Exactly.
Alright. So as these, I have charisma. So if I'm gonna talk to somebody, or if anybody's gonna do any like what's it called? Interrogating. It should be me. I think.
Derek.
All right.
Yeah,
Why should you be doing interrogation?
because I have a lot of charisma and persuasiveness.
I have higher charisma.
Is this
Fine, you do it too.
Is she saying
All
these
right.
words aloud? Does she know her steps?
Let me.
Oh,
let
yeah,
me.
do we
Let
know?
me.
You know
Let
who
me
I
know.
am.
Let me know when you're all ready.
Do we
I
know
I'm
that
a
we're good?
persuasive person.
Give me the information.
Okay, shut up. You can do it too.
That's how
alright?
Draylon speaks.
I'm sure we can do more interrogation, but we need somebody to check the walls. Who here thinks that they have the highest ability to find
Investigation.
information
It's
from the
probably Metzler.
I have a pretty keen eye. For
Yeah,
this kind of
he's a
thing.
very smart lad.
Alright,
I love
I'm
Mentally.
pretty fast. I can do things fast.
Yeah, so if you two want to go
Fast
look
is
around the
sloppy.
walls, maybe? Are you two down to go together? Because you could climb, kind of, right? See if it's climbable. Check it out.
I'm pretty good at climbing, but they look
Alright.
kind of look pointy.
Well, you can just see, see if it's possible. Is all I'm saying. And then
Just Hanzo climbed the wall.
All right.
Yeah.
well,
Easy clap. All right. You guys
Yeah.
ready?
all right.
Well,
Not
okay, hold on.
exactly.
What kind of groups are we splitting into? Is it
two.
two? Okay.
Two
I'm thinking you
groups?
two, Thog and I. No,
Three
no,
groups
2 and
of-
2.
Okay.
Two,
Three-
2 and
Groups of two.
groups up.
It's 3 groups of 2.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Metzli and Flamingo, Corin and Draylon and Thog and I.
Let's split up, gang.
Alrighty. I guess. I suppose I and Yeljeon will just mosey about the town.
Who is it that made a bad impression on the blacksmith?
Definitely
that would be
Flamingo.
Little man
Yeah.
here.
Is he
I
the
did,
only
right?
one, or did you guys piss him off too?
No, I didn't say anything.
Well, I
Made
mean,
a business transaction, and that was it.
he kind of
Alright,
complained
so-
that Metzli's clothes were kind of torn.
Alphonse replies. He might actually have a little bit of a. I mean, like he seemed like he was getting along well with Metzli. He, if he goes with more business, perhaps you could get more out of him.
All right, maybe
uh,
Metzli. After you guys check out the wall, do you want to talk to him?
I feel
can
like
try
he's
it,
just
but-
more willing to speak if there's business involved.
Oh, Metzli, I know you love business because you have
You
a
went to
doctorate.
school for
I
that.
know you're an
Business.
economics major.
Here are men of economics.
All right, and then who wants to talk to the lady, the
Lady.
wife?
Are we
the
certain-
mayor said
to
don't
speak
talk
to
to
us?
her.
Are we certain that's something we even
I
wanna
don't
do,
care. I
Susan?
don't trust the mayor. I don't
You
trust
He seemed
anybody.
nice.
Why don't you
I
trust
have to
the
say-
mayor?
It's because he's taller than you, isn't it?
She doesn't like him because he's tall.
Is that why?
No.
I mean,
That's
look at the
exactly
size of that lad. Absolute unit.
Trust no mayor.
Look,
you
look,
roll
look,
for hotness
Susan,
for him?
Susan.
Roll for hotness for the mayor? Fuck
Yeah.
it, sure. You know what? I don't care about this NPC. Let's give him a hotness check.
Yeah.
That's an 8. He's eh.
He's a unit.
He's
not an
He's a
absolute
40-year-old man.
Yeah,
40-year-old
he looks just
unit.
fine. He's not a dilf. Just human being.
Not really a dilf.
Susan,
Okay, yes.
Riddle me this, all right? Riddle me this, all right?
What?
How have the townspeople not seen this towering mayor get people out of the city?
I'm not saying he's the one doing it. I'm just saying there's a possibility he could be involved.
I don't think so.
We don't know
There's a
anything about
possibility
this town.
anybody can be involved. Yeah, exactly. We don't know anything.
Hmm.
That's
all
why
the
we
more
need to
reason
find
ask
it out.
Alphonse says,
Exactly.
including the entire possibility that no one here has anything to do with it. It could be.
Okay, but we need to rule that out.
Agreed.
Guilty until proven innocent.
All right, we can do some investigation.
Innocent is subjective.
So, should I talk to the woman, or do you think you may do better, Braylon?
I can give it a shot.
Okay, are you gonna hit on her?
I'll be the.
That's not a good idea.
maybe-
She just lost
That
her.
really
Yeah.
fucking depends now, doesn't it?
She really did just lose her husband,
Yeah, I don't feel good.
and
doing
he's
that,
missing, and she's still married.
You're about to be Draylin the Cuckster.
The home wrecker.
She's sweet though.
Maybe you guys should
We
talk
don't
to
know
the
that yet.
gardener and let
Yeah.
Susan talk to the lady.
I'm just saying, are you comfortable not hitting on this woman?
Yes.
Do you promise?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody has heard this.
Yes.
I will hold him.
All ears have
I
heard
will
the
make sure.
yes.
Hey,
Yeah.
Gina, what do you
I
think?
promise
You
I'll
think
burn
he's
his
gonna hit
head.
on her?
I will chaperone him.
You're going somewhere. Wait, where? Yeah, what is
Huh?
Corin doing?
Huh? I'm
Corn's
with-
going
I'm
with.
He's
Really?
he's with me.
Yeah.
Oh, are you just going? Are you going with Thog then?
Yeah, she's going.
Susan's going with
Susan's
Thog.
going with Thug. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I do think maybe I don't want to bring a giant orc in with this grieving widow or possible widow. So I do think the gardener might be. And if the gardener needs any help, Thog can do it because he's a big boy.
An absolute.
Get,
You're both
get on his good side. I see.
Yeah, we can help him out. Have a working relationship with him and establish an alibi.
Here we go.
All right. So everybody, if you want to go ahead and step out of the place and get into your groups, so I know who's with
Alright.
who.
I walk underneath. Okay.
Okay, well, he's over here, kinda-
There you go, bud. Draylin, whomst are you with?
I need
I'm with Corin. Sorry, I was tapped out.
Yeah,
need a quick 5-minute break to piss.
Okay,
Yeah, I do too.
before we do the 5-minute break, every single one of you, all 5 of you, roll for
Roll for what?
what is it?
Initiative.
Pat-
The guards attack.
No. What would it be?
Investigation.
Describe what you're trying to.
Just perception.
Oh, I have a
Perception.
very high
Perception. Roll. Everyone roll for perception.
Perception
Um,
check.
Everyone
My
roll
passive
and tell me what you
perception
get.
matter.
No, not passive. Just actual perception roll.
Okay.
I have.
Hey.
What I have? Okay, I got a 10.
10.
Fuck! Oh no.
Wait, what's my modifier?
Can we wait?
Hold on.
Can we just go
Just
one
do it
by
real
one?
quick before we do the break. Just
Just give him the number.
just give me the
Okay,
numbers.
I got a nat 20 plus 7.
You're kidding.
A nat
What the hell?
20?
Yeah, nat 20 plus 7.
What's my perception? Oh, that's okay.
I have
Well,
18
you have just cut down the time it takes for us to do this chapter by a lot. You will discover something after a 5-minute break.
I got a
Okay.
13.
Or
That's
we'll do-
amazing.
Roll. I didn't roll. Hold on.
We'll do
Time on.
I
we'll
got a
do
16 plus whatever the fuck.
we'll do a break until 9:45. We'll be back at 9:45.
My
Yes,
passive.
activate.
Oh my god, this is insane. My perception's so high.
Yeah, no, that basically all I needed was to see if any of you rolled a nat 20, and since you did, you have cut down the time that this chapter is going to take significantly, or at least this
Yay.
board, and I
Okay.
will explain what that entails when we return.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna go take a pee pee.
I think it's crazy that my perception modifier is 7.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Everyone's going pee-pee?
I guess so.
Okay.
I'm just chilling, like a villain.
I've been messing with this this D&D tabletop maker or the fucking grid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like fucking around with something, trying to make something out of it.
Nice.
Just I'm being an artist. Smile.
Smiles.
Fuck. It's actually fucking cool out with this.
I'm a snake.
Ooh.
Sneaky snake.
You done pissing?
Yeah. In all of the size of this lad. Absolute unit.
I'll store information on your computer. What the fuck? What is this thing? The fuck? Okay, hold on.
I'm looking up fucking interrogation questions. I'm gonna find out.
Well, I mean, apparently we're cutting this map.
Interrogation. What are you buying? What are you selling?
What you buying? What you selling?
Yeah. Oh, Rick, I'm messing with this map maker for D&D or whatever, and it's actually pretty fucking sick.
A map maker?
Yeah, a map maker. Let me show you like a screeny. What like I'm messing around with. If I zoom out of this thing.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
So here. I don't know if Dawson used this already. Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I don't know if Dawson would want to use
Is that
this
map
thing.
tools?
Huh? Yeah. Deep
It's a pretty neat tool that I've seen.
Yeah.
It just seems kind of complicated.
It's like all the options that it gives you just right there, and then you can label stuff, which is nice. It's like I was looking for like this I think there was a generator or something like that.
Hello.
Dungeon painter. Yeah, this.
Hey.
Yeah, just mapper.
Yo.
Hello.
Hello.
Whoa.
Oh, this is like Sharpie's too. New to the mapper.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
I got some music playing, fellas.
I can see it in your smile.
Smile.
What song is this?
RuneScape music.
I'm listening to Final Fantasy 14 music.
I'm listening to Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario RPG.
I put some RuneScape music.
I don't mind RuneScape music. I like
I
it.
never played RuneScape, so, but the music is good.
I did. My first character's name was Manaphy407.
Oh,
Man,
yeah?
if he
I
forces
really like Pokemon.
My first Club Penguin's name was Ash1002.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just say I'm infinitely
Wizard
excited for
101.
Kingdom Hearts 3? I will die for that game.
You know what game I would die for?
Which
A
one?
revamped version of Toontown.
Disney video games dead unless it's Kingdom Hearts.
Hell yeah, dude.
I want Toontown. It was way ahead of its time. That's
I think
why
it was,
died.
You know what was ahead of its time?
What?
Pirates of the Caribbean Online.
Dude,
Whoa.
That was a game.
What? Yeah.
Y'all were just downloading a bunch of viruses.
It was a bunch
No,
of
that-
just like Wizard 101.
Yeah.
Gave me a
One's good.
Gave me
No, it's a virus.
It was the first
No,
game
it's
to give me a
not.
virus.
What? Wizard 101's made by a reputable company here in Austin.
not 10 years ago when it gave me a virus.
Reputable
well,
Austin.
I'm
Well-
just gonna let you know, Wizard 101 never gave me a virus.
Yeah, what?
And none of my
There's no such
level
thing as
50
reputable
plus
game
characters would say so. So,
You're
I'm right,
60
you're
plus
wrong.
characters?
huh? I said none of
Spend
my
money on
level
that?
50. Yes, I did spend money on that game. I have spent money on that game recently. By recently,
Oh
I mean
my
within the
God.
past 6 months. But
Pirates of the Caribbean.
no, that game's dead.
We're
Wizard
bringing it
101.
back.
Toontown's dead. Well,
It is. Yeah, Toontown is dead.
I think you
R.I.P.
spent money on it.
No, Wizard 101.
Hello.
It's 8 times 8 times 8.
64 times 8 is.
Yeah.
I will die for Kingdom Hearts 3.
You will.
I will gladly.
I think it's 256. That's wrong. That's the wrong number. That's 10-4. Yeah, that's times 2. No, that's times 4. 512. That's the number.
Yeah. Okay, so
They were just waiting on Dawson.
yeah, pretty much.
What is,
Oh shit, dude! Shock and Excelsior or Drawed?
Yo.
Oh shit.
They
dude.
drew a map?
Yeah, so Shock got the first map, Excelsior got the second map, and they drew the third map.
Oh shit. That's
Wait,
So
how did
this
they
is
draw the
it.
third
This
map?
decides it.
Wait, what was the third map?
Was it a payload?
Yes,
You okay?
Oh, okay.
No.
Third map was payload?
I think. I don't know.
Draw
I'm gonna be.
payload.
Yeah, I'm
Third
fine.
maps are usually control point,
Let me check.
which is why I'm confused.
If Shock
no,
wins,
no,
that'd be,
they haven't,
that'd be
they haven't, they aren't done yet.
No,
No, they're not
doing the
done
third
yet.
map. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
not a
draw.
draw. They just aren't
Oh,
done
okay.
yet.
No. Okay, I saw it. Okay, yeah. never mind.
Yeah, they just.
I was
they
just looking at
started off
stats. I wasn't looking at the stream.
Yeah.
with- Man, what happened with New York?
Nothing. Other teams are just getting better.
Yeah.
Sinatra.
New
is
York's the-
activated.
New
Literally
York's
everyone's
same.
getting better in some way.
Yeah, New York's is the same.
Sinatra's not even in right now.
Not yet.
Yeah. Alright, is
They
everyone
have
back?
Architect on Tracer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is this
Oh,
music?
Dawson. Have you
What?
messed around with any map makers at all? Aside from like Minecraft.
Besides Minecraft, not really, just because nothing really is flashy. It's just like gray, like white
Oh.
blocks, and I don't
Right.
personally like that.
Oh.
I like it when things are colorful, like this town map.
Yeah.
Like Minecraft.
And most D&D map makers are just, you
Gray
know,
blobs
yeah,
and
gray
normal
blobs and
brushes.
shit. Yeah. But I mean, like,
I've actu-
honestly, like a lot of maps you find online are all really good. So I
Pre-made
haven't.
maps.
Yeah, so like I only really, I mean, I've made like a couple different, like I made a cave map in Minecraft that I might use at one point.
Mhm.
But like everything else online is just like really good. Like I went searching on Pinterest and there's a lot of good shit on there. That I'm gonna use probably a lot of those. Okay, is everyone's back, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. So before you all even, I'm gonna stop this RuneScape music. I apologize.
Don't stop it.
Actually, no. Here,
Put it
I'll
down.
just mute it for myself. There we go. So before you all even exit the shed, the last one out is Flamingo. You're all just kind of like leaving this area, right? And Flamingo, you just realize you forgot something. You search around your pockets, and you're missing your sword that you left sitting down while you were all talking. And as you walk back to go back and pick it up, over here, kind of like in this corner of the wall where you left it, you step on one of the tiles on the ground, and it lights up and glows. And there's a little, you look down, and there's a little rune on it. And as you do that, you quite literally phase through the ground.
What the fuck?
You fall down, and land directly, on dirt. You look around you, and it's just a really, really dark tunnel that leads forward.
Okay.
That leads forward.
Yeah, it's, I guess, like, if we're looking on the map, it would be, like, westwards.
I can see though, because I have dark vision.
You
so
do,
I'm
you
just
do, that's why I'm saying you notice it's a tunnel with dirt and shit, and not
Alright,
just, like,
I'm
mouth
gonna
of,
walk
like...
down that tunnel.
You're just gonna go?
Yeah.
It's
what
a
else can I do?
really long tunnel.
I can't tell anyone that I'm down here.
You can't?
No,
You can't yell and scream, hey!
I'm underground.
You
You're not
no,
gonna try
you
it?
you phase
Dead men tell no
phase
tales.
through the ground. Now that did not mean that you fell like that. There's still like floor. You phase through, like fucking a ghost, basically. You're underground. I'm just gonna tell you right now. This tunnel goes, and I said westward, which is this way. It's like miles westward. You are not gonna find anything by just wandering it.
Hello.
Metzley, from outside of the cabin, you notice your partner is missing.
Wonder if he snuck off again,
Hello.
as he does. That's a very soft hello. You're gonna have to yell louder if you want me, Metzley Blaze, to hear.
What
it.
about Jaina over here?
She's
Jaina hears, she's kind of a little bit Monka-essing right now because she did not see you face through the ground.
Oh, I was gonna say, did she not see
she
him?
was drawing in her notebook, yeah, and she now notices you're not there and hears you saying hello, and she kind of she mutters like aloud to herself alone in the room, like, "Are you dead?
No.
Did you die? Are you
Yes.
God.
I think I'm underground.
She gets up and walks over to the floor, and she's like, "How did you? Oh, hey, Blaze.
Are you talking to yourself?
I mean,
Maybe.
I hope not. I
You hear
think
voices too.
Hold on. Now, Cannon, do I have the rune with me?
no. The rune was like it wasn't like an object. It was like a drawing on the
symbol.
ground. Yeah, a symbol.
Got it. Okay.
That lit up when you stood on it.
Okay.
And Jaina just kind of looks around. She's like, maybe I'm hearing voices. I
stepped on something and now I'm underground.
think that's the gnome guy.
I think it is too.
I eat ass.
Oh,
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 that's
it's
just an
definitely him.
ass-eating ghost.
Yes.
A worm?
yeah, I guess that's probably most likely him. How did you like get down there and stuff?
I just told you I stepped on something and now I'm down here.
What'd you step on?
I don't know. I
All
was
I
trying to
see
get my
is the
sword.
ground. Do you have your
Nothing
sword?
on-
Is it down there?
Yeah, I grabbed onto my sword and I went through the ground.
That's
Are you sure, lol?
went through the ground. That's very interesting. Huh.
Hey, guys, before you leave, there's a ghost. I mean,
Ghost.
What?
there's a. What are you again? A gnome?
Gnome, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
There's a
Grab
gnome stuck in the ground in here. I mean, our
A
gnome,
gnome ghost.
What?
our friend gnome. He seems to have. He said he stepped on something and phased through the ground. Am I stuck on a grid?
Yeah, you're like in a little grid area. I don't know what's going on with that.
He's not in here. Like, I don't see him, right?
No.
I think we should be
No,
suspicious.
I'm underground.
Where is he?
He said he phased through the ground.
Hello? Susan, is that you?
You all can very clearly hear him. He did not fall very far.
Susan?
Uh.
Hello?
Flamingo?
Yeah?
Are you okay?
I don't know. I'm underground.
The cabin's alive. It ate him.
This isn't Monster House or whatever.
I knew one day it would happen.
Look, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm getting real tired of getting separated from you guys.
How'd you fall in there?
I
Same.
don't know. I stepped on something, and now I'm here.
Like a trap door?
No. I just phased through the ground. Like, my body
Guys,
became
I
this,
think-
and I went through the ground.
Jane is like, I think he's dead. I think he's a ghost.
Gina, it's okay.
A good no.
Guys, I
No,
have an
I've
idea.
seen a lot of things in my days. I think he's dead and trying to get us to join him in the land of the
Guys,
dead.
I have a really good idea.
His idea is going to be to send us to the land of the dead. Don't trust him.
It's
Gina,
pretty
chill.
wild, alright? You remember that
Well,
tool
guys.
shed he was talking about for the gardener?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Go
Is
grab
that the
some
portal
tools
to
from
hell?
there.
Oh,
Go grab some tools from there. And break open the ground.
Oh my god, can
Right
somebody
here.
please just
Right
suggest
where
an
my voice
Arcana
is
check?
coming from.
Yeah, I was about to ask.
I don't know anything about magic, so I can't say that in character.
I was about to ask, can I investigate the area he
Magic.
claims
Yes.
to have
What's
phased?
magic?
yes, you can investigate the area, and I'll just say with your passive perception, I'll put Arcana into that. I'll add your Arcana modifier into that, and your Arcana modifier is fucking 5, and that's 5 plus 12, which would be like what, 17?
Yes.
You definitely notice that one of the floor tiles is out of place, and it's one like right up against the wall. You may choose to investigate it if you wish.
Yeah, I investigated it.
You go around. What do you do to this tile that you can single it out against the others? You know there's magical energy coming from it.
You cut out.
Suzanne,
I'm sorry. You know which one it is. You can feel magic energy emanating from it.
What do you want from me?
I was just gonna say, this tile is probably what he's talking about. This tile here.
Okay.
Acorn, can I see your
What's wrong with
Pikmin?
it?
My Pikmin.
It's
Yeah,
very
your Pikmin.
magic-y.
Those
in
aren't canon.
layman's term.
I know.
Magic.
Oh.
I don't really. Magic makes me kind of uncomfortable.
You're traveling with a band of casters.
Yeah, but like, I don't want to touch it. Like, I'm cool with you guys because you guys are like alive, but that's not alive.
Magic's icky. Gross.
Guys,
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm
Flamingo.
telling you,
Flamingo
just go
feels
get tools
a worm.
from.
Like just kind
You
of.
know, I have the urge to look for some tools.
Suddenly.
Go
Where are
grab
these
the
tools? Where
and
are they?
dig through the ground, all right?
I look for a tool.
The
think-
tools are in the
What do you
shed.
I think the
shed,
townspeople.
the
Yeah,
gardener
this isn't
shed.
the.
Where is the
It's
tool
the
shed?
A6.
Boom! I got some tool. I'm looking for some tools.
Why does Draylon have tools right now?
I feel like doing some yard work.
Oh my god! Shut up!
Wow.
I'm
You're
gonna
not even
look
going
at
to
tools.
talk to the guard.
It'll help me win her over.
What are you doing here? I'm getting some
You know
tools.
what? Hold on, guys. Hold on. I have an idea.
I'm getting tools.
I'm getting tools.
Hold on. Can someone go ask the mirror if he knows about an underground tunnel?
No! Oh my god, you should be so lucky I'm not there. Because I'm about to.
I'm about
I
to,
think
I'm
that's a
about to
bad
bust.
idea.
Where are the
Why do you think that's
tools?
a bad idea, Metley?
Because what if he's in on it?
Ah,
Is there
And
any
he
hose
kills us.
around here?
Mission
Alright,
just game
well-
over.
Please get a tool.
I mean, he's gonna notice a hole in the ground if you guys dig me out.
I
So.
don't care.
I found the tool.
Alright, I'm gonna get a tool if that's alright. I'm gonna-
I already got it.
What you have found, Draylon, is a pitchfork.
It's a tool for
A whole
hay.
pitched fork?
Yeah,
A whole pitched fork? You're
yeah.
kidding me, right?
One bee's churg.
I can.
Wait.
Can I get a pickaxe?
Can I get a stick?
There's no pickaxes in there. You find
Is there a
axes.
shovel?
There's like tree cutting axes.
Is there a shovel?
There is a shovel.
I'm gonna take the shovel
You
and
take
I'm gonna
the
come over
shovel.
the goddamn cabin.
You go over and you back and you run past Draylon with his pitchfork, and you are now in the little
Alright,
room.
I have a shovel. I don't know if I'm ready to use it just yet, but
Hold on. Let me move out of the way.
I didn't say I was gonna use it. I said
Okay,
I'm not
well, I'm
ready
still
to.
Fog leans
still
over
gonna move
to
out of the
Fog
way.
leans over to Draylon. Do you know what's going on in there, Draylon?
No, but something told me I should get a tool. A
What?
tool.
Oh.
A tool, not a specific tool.
Just get me out of here, please.
Can you do
think-
anything with your magic, Metzley?
Did somebody say magic?
You're not in here. You can't.
Draylon heard the muddling. Like it's not a very thick walls on this.
I could have
thing.
Draylon touch it.
He hears the muttering of the word magic, and he kind of like busts in from the side with Corin on his head. And-
Magic?
Yeah, you see that tile over there?
Mm-hmm.
It's very magical. If you step on it, you get a gold coin.
Oh, no, wait. I don't know.
Is
Seems
that-
like a trick.
is that
But
what-
I'm gonna touch it with the pitchfork.
I could
Oh,
use some,
wait.
I could really use some gold coins, but I don't
Jaina?
think that.
Do you want to be a ghost?
Oh no!
Did
Oh,
Corn
you
just
set
touch
up-
the...
Corin walks in.
No, I don't. No,
That's the
roll.
roll a dex saving throw for me.
Shit. Oh, no.
We got the two short people in the fucking cave.
No.
Corin runs in.
Wait. Yeah, well,
Past Susan, steps on this tile, which then glows bright. Everyone can see it, and you phase through the ground and have now joined Flamingo in the dirt tunnel.
Oh.
Yes,
know,
it's
I
just
just-
as I
told-
thought.
Corn, I told them just to dig me out with tools, and look what's happened. You're down here with
Hey,
me.
I brought you a tool. I have a tool.
I
Put it
have
on.
a shovel.
Put it where I stepped.
Corn,
Right.
Corn, just come back.
Big
Come-
steppy.
Come stand over here with me. That way, you don't get
Draylon-
squished by their tools.
Yes.
But where's my
Anything
gold?
You can, do
Can I just say
You
the
don't
tunnel?
get
The
gold.
tunnel is this way, not that way.
Metzley, put up.
You said it was that way.
No, it was this way. I said
No, you
westward.
definitely said that way.
I did
Okay,
at first,
but
but
then
I said
he after
and then I said
he's going
westward.
this way.
Oh my god, just listen to the DM.
Oh my god.
What did you want, Susan?
Hello.
Can you do anything with your magic?
Let me see what I got in my magic lexicon of knowledge in my brain.
You gonna roll? Are you gonna roll a history check or?
Maybe.
Hello.
Yeah, you
Let
would
me try
roll
something.
for
Let me tell you
roll for insight. Roll for insight.
All right. That's plus what? Plus 4? That's a 16. Wait,
16
yeah,
plus-
16.
16 in total?
No, yeah, 16 total.
You do know this is a rune. Other than that, you kind of like notice the symbol on it is that of like kind of like a conjuration spell that conjures things up.
We have a very
Dragon Boy.
specific school of magic. I see.
Dragon Boy,
Yeah.
darling,
Yes.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Racist.
Go check out the library and see if you can find anything about this here ruin.
Oh, you're right. You're
Ooh.
right. Skirt.
Oh.
Oh, he just leaves.
I mean, we really already know what Jaina points out. We already know what the rune does.
Yeah, we know
Jane,
what it does,
I'm
but like,
still
what
alive
if you
down
can
here.
like
I feel
do
stuff.
something?
Oh,
Dude, then I can draw my own runes. It'd be sick.
Dude.
But not in canon, so it don't matter. I say let's just go with them. Whatever.
you gonna
I
go
don't
in
like
the tunnel?
this prank.
I
don't
don't
like this
know.
prank
Do you
one
guys
bit.
want to? I mean, we're already like 2 of us already down there.
All right, guys, I'm gonna tell you this real quick right now. It's
What
a
is-
long tunnel,
Well, it's obviously going somewhere.
and it's a narrow tunnel.
Long, narrow, straight tunnel.
Want to try?
So is the rune on a tile?
Basically the floor tiles are like stone, like kind of like bricks, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of
The
like
rune is written on a brick.
it's written
And
on
is
one of
it
the bricks. Yes.
On one of those bricks? Okay,
So
so...
you guys know what you should do?
Oh, I am not... Hold on.
You guys should dig us out.
She's talking.
I'm gonna pick up one of the bricks. Can I pick up the brick that is the rune?
You can touch it.
And then you'll
I
phase
feel like if
through.
you touch it,
Okay, actually, you know what? Can I, like, kind of put my hand through it?
You reach down onto the rune, or the tile, or I guess I should say. You put your hand on it. The rune glows. Shut up, phone. The rune glows, and I guess you're kind of keeping your distance from this tile.
Yeah.
Your hand goes through the ground. You can see your arm physically going through the bricks.
Do I see it? Do I see the
You
flash?
you see the flash, and you see a half-orc hand reaching down through the ceiling of this this tunnel.
You hold the hand.
yeah.
It's not too far up, but the thing is, you're a halfling, so you can't really reach it.
Can I
Yeah,
jump
just
and
stand
touch
on
him?
my shoulder.
Can I slap her fingertips?
Slap her fingertips.
Stand on
Make a
my
chain of monkeys.
shoulders.
Like you
Acrobatics check.
All right, roll acrobatics. Do it.
Okay, that's me, right? Not him.
No, me.
Both of
'cause
you
I
if you
asked.
want.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, dude,
First,
it's an
'cause I
8-foot
matter.
vertical leap.
9 plus
That
3.
Is a
12.
9. 3 is 12.
12 total.
You jump up and you brush fingertips with.
Alright,
Whose,
look,
whose hand is that?
Oh, what the hell?
What was yours?
I pull back.
Okay.
Go.
Okay, I guess it just goes straight down.
Just stand on my shoulders.
I already.
If
Alright.
he stands on your shoulder, what is your combined height? Let's see here.
I am 3'2".
Like a normal person?
3, 2. Wait, where's your height?
He doesn't have a height.
3 whole feet and 5 whole inches.
3'5". So that's like what, 6 foot? It'd be tall enough to reach the
Alright.
hand, yeah.
All right.
You
Nice.
get up on Flamingo's shoulders, and you are significantly heavier than him.
Susan, can I take your hand? Can you see if you can pull me up?
Easy way.
He's a halfling, and you're a gnome. He's bigger and
I
stature.
jump, I
the
jump
same
off
of-
his shoulders.
We weigh the same amount.
Oh lord.
Strength
I weigh
check.
more than him. What are you talking about?
I jump off your shoulders regardless to get myself up there.
I don't know why you weigh more than him. That's kind of weird. Anyway, he grabs the hand
Chungus.
of Susan and pulls you up.
All right. Do I go through?
You do phase through the ground, and
Come here.
are able to get up.
Okay.
And
So-
you're
There we
now onto
go.
the
I'm
floor.
here. I'm alive and not a ghost.
Now it's just me down here again, and I definitely can't reach your fingers.
You can't jump?
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is
you're
it
not-
still her half arm?
She pulled up Corin. It's not on the ground anymore.
Well, I know, but like if you're gonna stick your hand in again, are you just gonna put like your whole arm in there? Because
I
I
mean, I
can
could
just,
probably go all the way to my shoulder.
She could
'Cause I
probably
could
go
just
at
hold on to
most,
you
yeah, to like.
just in case.
You could.
This is
Or
a very
does anyone have a rope?
long-winded Do we have rope?
Just
Anyone have
rope
something
exists.
long he can grab onto?
Oh, we have the
I have rope.
manacles, those are
Draylen
probably
does.
long.
Crazy how that works.
Huh?
I have
one.
rope too.
Do I
Okay,
have rope?
I'm going to pull out my rope.
Pull out your rope. Whoever has rope, whoever wants to pull out the rope, pulls out the rope.
I,
Yeah, and you. What do you do with it?
Cheated.
I'm gonna tie it to something solid. Like, is there anything that
There
stays down?
there's a desk behind you, that is very heavy, or even one of the bed frames you could tie it to.
Can we
Yeah,
tie it
tied
into
to
a
that.
noose? No.
and then drop it down
Do I know
if I
that?
can.
So yeah, you tie it onto the bed and you drop it down.
Yeah.
Okay, you do
And then
that.
I'm gonna hold it with my hands as well.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna yell, Flamingo, grab on. Or tie yourself, or whatever is easiest.
Put it around your neck.
Oh, hold on.
Holy shit!
More comments like that out of you. You're staying down there.
Monka S.
All right, do you grab onto the rope?
But I'm up here.
Okay, grab onto it.
Kick
And,
it
well,
into
no,
it.
I tie a knot into the base, and then I climb onto the knot.
You are now standing on the knot.
You gotta tell me, because I can't. Actually, no, I
She
feel it.
doesn't-
I'm gonna pull you up.
Okay.
She pulls him up out of just like you feel like a heavy weight on the bottom, and you begin to pull upwards. And you see him just kind of like phase out of the ground and right onto solid ground.
We
And
did it.
you are all out of this magic tunnel.
There's your
So I'll
ghost.
jump back in.
Right.
Right.
That was some hole.
Alphonse enters the room and he says, "Are we got a different plan now? What's?
Hey, you better be careful.
Whoa, what do you mean?"
Alphonse, I'm gonna tell you the truth right now. I
What's-
jump back in the hole.
Yeah, you step on the rune and fall back into the hole, face through the ground, and he looks over at Metzli and he says, "What's going on?"
He can stay there.
I'm in the middle of like getting my rope back together, so I'm
This is some
not
witchcraft.
getting them back out.
There's a magic rune, some kind of teleportation rune that
Teleportation.
faces him through the ground. You can still
It's just
hear
a
it.
hole on the ground, lol.
It's minor illusion, it looks like.
That's not how that
Alphonse
works.
looks over at Draylen and he says, "Can I see the shovel?"
Yeah, here you go.
Wait, he doesn't have a shovel. He has.
I do now.
Oh
He has a
shit!
pitchfork.
You're right. He had the pitchfork.
I have the
He
shovel.
requests the shovel from you, Susan. I apologize.
One.
He takes the shovel from you. Or
What?
no? Did you say why? Or
I said why?
I sorry. He says, "I'm
He
sorry."
takes it anyway.
Fucking, you guys are all over the place tonight. I gotta get my thoughts together.
You guy.
Us.
You guys.
Question the king, Susan.
There you go.
I
Anyway,
question the king any turn.
I'm questioning your decisions.
okay.
We got you out of the hole.
Alphonse says, maybe there's something like under the rune or around the rune. We could dig
And
up the floor.
what if, Alphonse? What if we break the rune and we can't get back in?
Sure, you can get back in. You just dig straight down.
That's not
Like
how
I
it
told you to
works.
do in the
What if
first
it's
place.
magic?
It
and
was
not-
I don't know
it's
how to use
conjuration magic, which has nothing to do with teleportation.
So it's just minor illusion.
Draylen knows this.
Yes.
It's a
of course.
stronger minor illusion.
Oh, it's just a fucking
Oh.
hole. Just jump down the hole.
Okay. Well, if you want to tell, I don't know that.
Yeah, you didn't tell us.
I thought you knew.
I was right. I was right.
Yes, Susan doesn't know much about
I
magic.
thought
at
you
all.
knew.
No, I didn't
You.
make the insight check. You did.
Oh my god. Okay, it's just a
I'm
hole.
a conjurer. I'm a destroyer.
It's
What do you mean it's just a hole?
So-
I'm an observer.
to further
It's literally
to further,
just a hole.
to further things along, Draylen. I'm gonna give you +2 points in that fucking roll you made earlier. This
Thank you.
this rune is it's conjuration magic. It summons up a hardwood floor, or not hardwood, hard stone floor, and whenever somebody steps on this precise rune, it suddenly becomes
It's a trapdoor.
it becomes phase throughable, and it's as if it was not there.
Okay,
It's a
so
trap
Can you
door.
explain this to me?
Yes, he
Yes.
explains it to everyone.
It's a
It's like
trapdoor.
a pitfall. So you know like how they
Yeah,
dig a
just
hole and then
step
there's
into
something
it.
there, but there's actually a hole there?
I don't hear you.
You can
Alright,
hear
alright.
me.
All
I'm
right,
tuning
look.
you out.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, look. It's just a hole. We can go and investigate. We'll tie the rope. We'll leave it there, and then we'll go look and come back. We'll climb
But
back.
hold on a minute.
Yeah.
Would it be remiss to assume
Okay.
that there are holes like this in other houses, and that's how he got them out? or whoever,
There
how
might be-
they left.
Yeah, but if we
Guys-
follow this, it'll probably lead us where
Guys, the tunnel
where
only goes one
someone's-
way.
Yeah, it's
There's-
just one.
As far as I can tell, there's not another one in the other
Hey,
houses. But
hey,
that's,
Jaina,
that's
can
as
you
far
can
as
you
I
draw
can
this
tell.
rune? Can you draw this
Yeah,
rune?
yeah. She pulls out her sketchbook and draws the shape of the rune. She kind of does it from memory because it only flashes when somebody steps on the plate.
Oh, okay.
But she does memorize the shape and draws it out.
Big brain Jaina.
Yeah, tears off the little corner piece she drew and hands it down to you, Corn, so you can memorize the shape of this rune.
All right. Hey, Draylon, want to learn a spell?
Yeah.
He cannot learn it. It's not how that works. Not quite.
It's Skyrim.
not
I read a
quite
book
the,
and I learn it.
Not quite the procedure.
Oh well.
You don't.
So are you
look
gonna
at
let the
rune
king
and
do his thing or what?
Dig
Let's
up-
just jump down the hole.
Sure, I'm gonna give the king the stupid shovel.
All right.
to dig up the thing. Okay, yeah. He takes the shovel, and
Wait.
begins like shoving it into the floor to like break up the tiles and stuff. And they all become kind of loose. And as he does that, he begins to like shovel out one little brick, and then another brick, and then another brick, until you can see like the dirt on the ground, from what he's dug up. And then he shoves his axe into the dirt below the tiles, and it all suddenly falls and collapses right on top of Flamingo, along with Alphonse, who also tumbles down.
Wait, I was out of the way. I was standing out of the way.
Oh, I apologize. Then he just falls down on his ass.
Yeah.
All right, and then now there's just a hole about 10 feet down, ish. Not 10, more like 7 or 8 feet down. It's not a very big drop or tunnel. And Alphonse looks up at the lot of you, and he says, "Well, I found the tunnel."
Didn't think
See,
that
was
through,
that
did you?
so hard? Was it?
Oh yeah,
Right, Alphonse?
that was pretty simple.
Yeah, that's what I told him to do.
I'm not gonna go in a random town and vandalize it.
Oh my god.
We are wholesome. We are wholesome. We're not
Also,
you.
yeah, he's like, we did totally vandalize the place a little bit.
All right. Whose
Damn,
pocket
broke
is
your own
Me,
rule.
you.
Yeah, we.
Don't lump us in with this
Steph-
crime.
Definitely there is a tunnel here, though. I would justify it if we had to go into a debate about it, but I would rather not do that.
This is a you crime, okay?
Time to get in the tunnel.
If they did duck pay, it's coming out of your paycheck.
Raylan, do you go in the tunnel?
Skirt. Yep.
You skirt in
Alphonse,
the tunnel.
catch me.
Alphonse catches Corn as you drop down right into his arms very romantically.
Guys, remember, this is
My
very
hero.
narrow. We are going in one line. Alphonse should not be in the front.
It's wide enough that you can fit through. It's not like a tunnel where like you have to like slide through. It's just
Yeah.
long, and it's like I said like long and narrow. It's not like tiny. It's like a small tunnel, not like a huge tunnel.
We can walk through it.
And you
just
can walk
fine.
through it as a group. Fine, it would be okay.
Okay.
Are we jumping in random tunnel season?
I'm not.
I don't want to either. That's a little
Susan,
sketch.
Yeah, just ask around town and have Thog keep watch on our shack, if you want. We need someone. We don't want the town people to get suspicious about this stuff.
Wow,
Yes.
Corin, I thought you didn't want to come down here.
I mean, I'm down here.
Wow, crazy.
I cast sleep on Flamingo. I prep my spell.
You prep
What
it.
was
You
that?
get it ready.
Yeah.
Get your
Okay.
sleep fingers ready.
Every
All right.
time you backed up, I'm gonna prep
I
the
agree
spell.
for it. I'm gonna talk around. I'm gonna go see if I can't get into the gardener's house. If he won't let me into his house, and see if
Okay.
there's another rune. Metzley, will you come with me because you know magic?
Yes.
Knock and ask politely.
Alright. So you guys going to go do that?
Oh, God.
Yes. We're taking Thog with us.
Okay. You guys walk over in this direction
Uh,
towards the gardener who's seen you just walk in and out of this room and do all
I'm
kinds
gonna
of crazy shit.
really quick. I'm just gonna tell Jan to keep an eye out for that hole in case they need help and to get us if anything weird happens.
She
Oh my
she
God.
is like really caught off guard. Hole, what do you? And she walks in and sees the situation and is then explained
Yeah.
the situation by Alphonse. And she's just
There
kind
we
of
go.
sitting at the edge of the hole. And that
Is
what
Jaina in here
happens.
with us, or is she just chilling
No,
in the
she's
corner
chilling
going on
outside.
again?
She wants nothing to do with that.
She's drawn again.
That is
Okay.
definitely the portal to hell.
All right, guys. Well, I guess we're walking down this tunnel. I guess that's what we're happening. That's what's happening.
You're gonna without the rest of the party?
I mean, what else are we gonna do?
Apparently
We're stuck
Susan
down
had something
here
she
until
wanted
they
to
come
do.
back.
I suppose we
I
are.
asked them to ask around town.
So,
So we're just gonna wait.
yeah, for now, I guess.
Okay,
Are
seems a little useless, but okay.
Are you guys gonna do anything over here?
Please
One
do
sec.
something.
Yeah, are you ready for us to do something?
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm always ready. You walk over to the gardener, who turns around and sees you walk up to him, and says, "Howdy, Sarah." Oh, Blaze needs a sec. Well, we can have Susan talk to him though.
Alright. Howdy, gardener.
Yeah,
How you doing?
well, I'm doing just fine, trimming my bush around. Please don't make the same laugh. Don't laugh at that comment again.
I won't.
You say that as you laugh. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So what can I do for you?
You're doing just fine?
Chill.
Okay. Was it I know this is a sensitive subject, but was it your wife that went missing?
That would be correct.
When did this happen?
Some odd around 2 nights ago, or was it 3?
Okay.
No, it was 2 or 1. We'll say it's 2.
You think you would remember something like that, huh?
You think the DM remembers fucking everything. Anyway.
I think the gardener losing his wife would remember, okay?
Oh
Yeah,
my
I would
God.
too. Drop it down.
Hold on.
She disappeared at this time frame.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
like
insert time frame here.
Okay, so when was the last time you saw her?
Around the same question phrased differently. It's around 2 nights ago, I suppose.
But I mean, like, time.
was
it night, day?
We both went to bed in the same bed,
Okay.
and I woke up and she was not there.
Okay, went to bed and then she disappeared. So, what was your relationship with her like?
With my wife?
Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful. We own this little house here, and we sell plants to travelers who, we do like maybe a little bit of healing medicine and stuff. Mostly just decorative flowers. People like to buy those. It's kind of like a gift shop, if you will.
How old is this guy?
This guy is around. He's a little bit elderly. He's kind of around 65-ish years old.
You got any kids?
Not quite. Never really had any. Never really thought to. Never really thought we needed it.
Okay. Do you
Smart man.
Are you busy out here?
Not particularly currently. I mean, normally what happens is parties like your own come in and I sell, my stuff to them. But this seems a little bit different. You guys are here to solve a problem and not buy plants.
Yeah, to solve, do you mind if we go back to your house and talk a little bit more?
In my house?
Yes.
I mean, I don't see why not. Sure, we could have a guest in.
Yeah. Alright.
Or I could have a guest in. And he kind of like beckons to walks past you a little bit, right up to the front door. Reaches into his back pocket, pulls out some keys, and opens up and unlocks and then opens up the door, and then asks you to come in.
Alright, let's go.
You don't
All of
mind.
us, or just her?
Uh,
Because I had not spoken a word.
he assumes that you're with her.
I said
Okay.
we,
Yeah.
so.
I wasn't sure how he felt.
And then
I just-
Thog kind of walks past, and he just kind of like looks over at Thog like, oh. And Thog's like, hello. And then walks in. He is kind of like, he wants to say something, but he can't really.
Dog just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Dog don't care.
Anyway, he walks in and closes the door behind him, and you walk into this house and you see like along the windows there's like a ton of like plants growing. There's like those little things you hang down from like the ceiling that has like the plants on them and stuff. There's those like flowers and shit everywhere. You see like a couple like a desk with a lot of tubes and flasks full of like healing medicines and stuff like that. And that's generally his house is like full of like plants and shit. Aside from like one little room that leads into where he sleeps.
This is a really nice place you got here.
Well, thank you very kindly.
Do you have somewhere where you could maybe sit and have some tea or something?
You see, kind of like a table with like a bunch of chairs on it. And he's like, "Oh yes, please, please sit down." And he beckons you to come over to sit down. He has to like go around the table and pick off a bunch of like plants and random like assortments of stuff on there. He's got like a bag of dirt just sitting on this table. He clears it all off, and then asks you all to sit down around it. And you sit down, and Thog kind of has trouble because it's very small compared to him. And you are now all sitting at this table.
Okay, Metzley, now would be a good time to like make an excuse and look around.
Yeah, that's what I was about to ask. Give me a sec. Can I look around for anything suspicious?
You can roll. Let's see here. We'll do
Perception?
probably perception right off the bat. Yeah, you can roll a perception check.
14 plus. Hold
Plus
on.
2.
I'm very unprepared. 2.
Right? Yeah, because your perception
Oh,
is
yeah,
plus 2.
2.
Yeah. So that would be 16. So basically, you look around and the most suspicious thing you see is a plant with teeth. That's the most suspicious thing.
That's a scary plant with teeth you have there.
He looks over at it and he's like, "Oh yes, do be careful about that one. Here, let me." He like kind of grabs it and holds on to the top end of it with like the mouth has teeth on it, and then puts it away in a cage and then locks the cage. Yeah, you'd want to be careful with that one. It's a very dangerous species of plant. However, that one's a very small one. It's not really capable of causing too much harm as long as you handle it correctly. And obviously it can't do anything while it's in the cage now. But yeah, that one's a very particular piece we've been working on growing.
Sir, could I ask what race your wife was? Species, whatever.
Yes.
I guess it's the term.
I suppose, yes, sure. She is a young halfling woman. Not young.
Oh, wait.
Not young. I say young all the time.
Oh, she's young.
No. She's about like 10 years younger than I. Halfling woman.
Uh-huh. And-
Hence why we were not quite able to have any children.
Oh, right. That would just tear her apart, huh? Anyway.
What?
Monka, Ez, excuse me?
What?
My halfling senses are tingling, huh?
The only races capable of producing children together are humans and elves, and I believe like different kinds of like ogres and orcs with humans and stuff. Hence why there's only half elf and half orc, and not like
Looks
half
like
dwarf.
I'm in the clear, baby.
I don't know that yet.
It's general knowledge. He does know it.
He's an experienced man. He's
I mean, he's very magical. Experiments happen all the time.
The mayor told me earlier, but what was the race of the young apprentice, the blacksmith?
I believe he was a much younger. I believe in his teens, not even a grown man. He was also a halfling.
Okay. And then who else went missing? I'm sorry.
The woodcutter's husband.
The woodcutter's husband? Okay. Was he a halfling too?
No, he was a dwarf.
Okay. So this is really good information. There's a pattern. What else do I want to ask him? Has there been anything off about anybody in the town recently?
Well, I mean, the blacksmith's been more agitated than normal. I think the missing of his underling has hit him really hard. And obviously the woodcutter has completely become a shut-in since the incidents.
Since the incident?
Yes. Well,
Okay. She's not too good.
Was she normally very sociable?
oh, absolutely. She was the loudest person in town. Besides her husband, of course.
Oh. Would you say your wife was a loud woman?
No, not particularly. Actually, very quiet.
Okay. How's the mayor been about this whole business?
Very worried. And yeah, in fact, I see him during the before everyone goes to bed, he goes about and checks and makes sure that, everyone's fine and totally not a werewolf and everything. Goes
And
about
that
and
they're
makes sure,
all
there's no kidnappings going on. He checks everyone, goes to bed, and then, lo and behold, somebody's gone the next day.
So you're telling me he makes sure everybody is in their home at night?
Yes, before he goes to bed himself.
Mm.
Okay.
How
Have
would
you
you
ever
know he
seen
goes
him
to
go to
bed?
bed?
Well, I mean, I go to bed for... Are you implying something?
No, I'm just asking.
It seems like you're implying something.
Exhausting our options, you might say.
Well, if you were to ask me, I trust the man. But that's just me.
Of course, of course.
But, no, I mean, I usually go to bed, and I would be the last one he would check, and then I would see him from my window right here, and he points to the window to his, left. You see it, kind of on the wall of the building. I see him right through there, go into his home. And then I fall asleep.
Okay, any more questions?
Has there been any recent additions to your house, personally?
Oh, yes, excellent question. He goes out and he pulls out this really colorful flower. And he brings it right up to you.
Home-wise. Like,
Construction.
structure. Yeah, construction-wise.
No.
That is a beautiful flower, though.
It is a
Thank you
beautiful
very
flower.
much.
I'm very...
You see, I've gotten this one from a, and he goes off on this absolute tangent about this flower, just gushing about where it came from, what conditions it needs in order to
I
survive.
Arcana check the flower.
You Arcana check the flower, and you find out it is just a fucking flower.
Good.
Can you Arcana check the house?
One more thing, sir. Do
Yeah.
you know anybody here in this town who practices conjuration magic?
We don't really have any wizards or sorcerers. I mean, we have the library full of that kind of stuff, but we don't really... I mean, we have tomes for different kinds of stuff, but I've never really seen anybody practice any kind of magic.
Anybody
It's a
who's
shame,
come...
really. It's really fun. You should try it.
Has anybody come into town and had an interest in the library in the last week or so?
Me!
Well, yeah, I was gonna say the Dragon Man and the gnome really seem to like it. But
Okay.
passers-by usually just go in there and buy a love novel or something and then go on their way to read on their travels.
Okay. And nobody in the town has any special vested interest in the library?
Not particularly. It's actually very dusty in there.
Okay. All right.
Mm.
Those are all the questions I have.
Oh, well, I suppose I was glad to help.
Do
Yeah,
you
thank
have...
you.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck was I gonna say? Holy shit, I worded it in my mind.
Anyway, the door is up. Yes?
Sir,
Yes?
just in case, do you mind if I look around for any magical objects in the house? For your safety and...
You suspect I am
investigation.
behind this.
No. I just want to make sure you're safe. Because
You
I would...
denying it makes me think it.
Well, no, absolutely. You may check. But I assure you there's nothing but plants.
What plan? Okay, should I roll an Arcana?
You can roll Arcana, yes, to see if there's anything magical.
Oh shit! I have another question. Let me wait.
15 plus.
You walk about the house eyeing different plants and stuff and different items and different things and different, what have
Corners
you,
and walls and
corners.
tiles.
You even open the door to go into his bedroom, look around, in which he begs you not, there's a lot of personal, belongings in there. Please be careful where you go, but none of them are magical. There's nothing magical.
Hmm.
There's no rune.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yes, of course.
When you woke up on the day of your wife's disappearance, what did it look like she had just gotten up and left?
I
Or
suppose so.
maybe-
Yeah, no, there wasn't really a lot to say. I mean, I just woke up, my door was wide open, and the night before I had an absolutely terrible nightmare.
Were her
what was it
belongings
about?
still there?
The nightmare
after
it was horrifying, really. There was this creature. He looked disgusting. He was a man with an octopus for a head. Oh, I've never seen anything so terrifying and nasty in my life.
It's a
Oh.
mind frayer.
That's my brother.
Okay. Anyways, what were you gonna ask?
I was gonna say, did she like, were her belongings like gone and stuff, or was it just she disappeared?
Yeah, no, she didn't take anything with her. Wherever it is she went to, she just didn't even. Her clothes are all still there. She didn't even change clothes. She's probably still in her nightgown, if anything.
So, just to clarify, when you woke up, there was no sign of any struggling.
No,
Okay.
my house was perfectly neat and tidy.
Night.
All right. Well, thank you for everything. Those are all the questions I have.
One last thing.
Oh,
Mind if I look around
a
the-
fifth last question.
Look, what? Just let me look around. Can I look around
Fiend.
your house?
You can roll investigation.
Around
Haven't you
that.
already looked around?
He
I meant
Arcana
outside
checked
the
it.
house. Outside the house. I want to
Yeah,
look outside.
sure, of course. You may do
I
that.
want to check out the dinosaur.
Okay.
Dinosaur?
Oh, please, yes, please, let me show you. He begs you come out this way and follow him. He leads you over to the dinosaur. He again is gushing about how long it took him to make these particular curves and shapes and make
While
it
he's
look.
gushing, Arcana check the dinosaur.
Roll to Arcana to check the dinosaur.
Dinosaur. That's a 16.
It is not magical. It is a bush.
A magical bush.
No, it is
The
just
dinosaur
a
lives.
just a bush.
My investigation is not very magical, but your work is very magical. I'd say it's impressive.
Hey, that was smooth as hell.
Oh, you! You have made
That
this
was
man
smooth as hell, man.
particularly happy, Metzley.
If we have any more questions, we'll come to you.
Absolutely, please. I'd be glad to answer them.
Oh shit!
done.
I actually do have one more.
Oh, how convenient! A sixth to last question.
Can I ask you the race of the woodcutter?
Dwarf as well. They are both dwarves.
I think. Wait.
Okay.
Oh, the girl. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Both,
Thank
both
you.
her
That's it.
and her husband are dwarves. Okay.
I got it. That's all I have now. For sure.
He picks up his scissors and begins cutting away at the bush again.
All right, guys. Let's go. Let's go. Zoom.
You're gonna tell them like what we.
You bazoom
Yeah, I'm
in
gonna-
there and you convey to the entire party who has just been kind of chilling in here playing like charades or something.
Charades.
And
running
you
back and forth.
you convey all the information, yeah, that you have just learned from the gardener.
Wait. I need to actually convey it because I have some suspicions here.
Okay. We'll say you conveyed most of the information and now you have a
Yeah.
comment on top of that.
So I'm gonna drop down.
Okay. You
No,
drop
I
down
don't
into the
think
pit.
you can do that. Oh boy.
So first off,
I'm gonna open this pit up.
the one thing that I noticed is when I was speaking to him,
Yes.
all three of the people who disappeared were people below 4 feet tall. I mean, assumedly.
Someone's gonna
Two
steal.
halflings. Yeah. Someone's gonna take Corin and
No.
Flamingo. So
Please,
the
no,
wife
Snappy.
of the gardener was a halfling. The apprentice was a halfling, and the woodcutter's wife was a dwarf. Or husband, I'm sorry.
Okay, but riddle me this: why didn't they take the gnome blacksmith, who is smaller than the halfling? And why
I'm
didn't
not
they
saying that there's I'm just saying there could be something there.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's no real guaranteed correlation.
What if he's next?
Yeah, there just is. Three's a pattern.
It
is all I'm
could
saying.
be the key to the mystery, or it could just be a complete and total coincidence.
Hey, we don't fucking
I'd
know.
agree with the latter.
Anyways.
I'm just saying.
Who said
Blacksmith has been agitated. Okay, I found something else suspicious.
What?
It was no sign of a struggle, which makes
Yeah.
me think maybe
They went willingly.
either
Yeah,
there was
Susan.
magic involved, or
Susan.
they definitely went willingly. What the fuck do you want?
While you were down here in the hole, I kind of thought of something, but now that you're down here in the hole, it doesn't really matter. But you should have asked the guy, like, if anyone ever checks up on this place, maybe they actually stumbled across the rune or something. But it's whatever. It's fine. You're down here now, and you can't get out.
Definitely Thog could lift her up.
I could get out. All I have to
The
do.
hole
I'm
is
like
10
50
feet.
You're not trapped down here. There are ways of getting you out.
Good.
Yeah.
Just like me, grabbing her hand and getting out.
I apologize
And
for
that's
not
what
making
you
that
asked
clear
for.
earlier, but I should have let you know that you were not like restrained down there. If anything, you could just like do a fucking sick backflip out of the fucking thing.
I'm
be a
just
high
going with the
acrobatic
canon
track.
that I have, alright? I'm not
Yeah.
assuming things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, do you believe
Yeah.
that any of this information you have just learned has anything to do with this here
You
tunnel?
cut out so frequently
Okay.
lately.
It's probably because I just talk so much. But, do you believe that any of the information you have just learned has anything to do with this tunnel we're currently in?
Yes.
Mhm.
What is your connection? You believe?
Well, maybe not.
Well,
feel
Susan,
like the
Susan, you
people-
also said yes. So sorry.
Yeah. So them going willingly could be a sign that they trusted the person they saw, or since we are
Hypnosis.
slow down, because we are seeing conjuring magic, and if I'm not incorrect, minor illusion is conjuring magic. They could
Correct.
have been made to look like somebody that they trust,
Oh.
or they could have just been drugged or something.
You can't move a minor illusion. It's
Well, I mean-
stationary.
They could
But
still
you
disguise
can-
self or something
You
like
can
that.
Yeah, they
fucking
can
try.
disguise themselves.
Within that school of magic,
Yeah,
of conjuring something up.
so that's a
Disguise
possibility.
self is a spell.
Or it could just be somebody in the town that they do trust, like the mayor.
So learning all this in this magic stuff, Alphonse says, I think I've made up my mind. I want to go down this tunnel. The question is, what should we do before we do that?
Nothing.
You want to just go?
I kind of do because we've
Is
been
it-
sitting down here.
Is there a way to cover up the
You guys
tunnel?
could have gone 10 years ago.
No,
Yeah, but we get our ass kicked.
they actually could not have, because then it would have to change the board.
Oh.
So
Fair.
we've been sitting here waiting for you.
Look, that's not my fault. You're the one
I
who
guess
jumped
you're right.
in.
It really isn't your fault.
I'm the one that said we should just go and not investigate anymore, but no one listens to me.
They
no
did.
one-
They did gain a lot of some information off of that. Though.
That was-
It was not a
yeah.
useless venture. But anyway,
All right, now get your tushies down here, bud.
do we all agree to proceed forward?
Should we
Yes.
Sure,
ask
I think we've
someone
got some
to guard
valuable
door?
stuff.
I believe. Alphonse looks around. He says, "Real quick," and he calls for Thog to lift him out of the tunnel. And just basically, I'm not gonna move anything around real quick. But before he says to you all, before we leave, he wants to give an excuse to the mayor as to where they're going to be for the time being, or where you're all going to be. He tells them that you're going to go, and before nightfall happens, you're going to search around the perimeter of the town to see if there's anything outside, like in the outskirts. So basically, it's right now. It's really early in the day. It's not very late. You have a lot of time. You have the whole day to go and explore the ends of this tunnel. And that is he tells the mayor this, and the mayor agrees. So now they have a liable story as to where they're going to be, or where you're going to be, I should say.
Doesn't that mean someone needs to stay behind?
And that's where
Yeah.
that's when he says, yeah, exactly. We are going to have, I believe. Let's see here. Should we leave behind Yeljeon or Thog?
We should leave behind Jaina.
Oh, Jan, I thought was already gonna.
Jaina's a
no,
given.
Jaina's a given, but
Jaina is a given. I almost think. I mean, Jan's kind of a
I
pussy.
think Fog, because
Aw.
she
But
lift us
she
out.
can- Anyway.
Alphonse does not have
Thog.
like while Alphonse enjoys Jaina, he does not fully trust that woman. So
Thog might be good, but I'm like leaving Thog alone kind of scares me.
I think we should leave Thug.
Yeah, he's been
Time
kidnapped
to
so many
vote!
Times.
time for fucking
Ba-da-da-da.
Da-da-da-da.
Da-da-da.
Democracy time. All right, so what I have here are some bags of cones, right? Oh shit! Wait.
Cones of Dunshire. Holy shit.
So I've got the red cone and the blue cone. So please don't be pulling cones out. Give me a second. So basically, I'm gonna have each of your hands come over here one at a time. If you think that, get your hand out of here real quick. Just go
Alright,
over there
alright.
real quick. So basically, one at a time. If you believe Thog should stay behind, pull out a blue one. Not yet. I will say your names. Pull out a blue one. If you think Yeljeon should stay behind, pull out a red one. First up, J Money. I see you're very eager to pull one out. So go ahead.
Can
Go
I
ahead.
can I add discussion real quick again?
Yeah.
Guys, I think either way that we either one that we leave behind, there might be a chance that they talk about what we're doing.
You do not trust Thog or Yeljaon?
What?
No, I do trust them, but I think they have loose lips.
I'm
That's
just
a
ignoring
bold
him.
claim, friend. That's a bold claim.
Who's who again?
Okay, so the blue one is if you want Thog to stay behind. The red one is
Okay.
if you want Yeljaon to stay behind.
Got it.
Okay. That was J Money. Now it is Susan, you can go ahead. Okay, Corin. I believe the decision has been made. Alright. So Thog will be staying behind. And Yeljaon will instead go with you all. So you all agree to this. You come to the agreement. You all kind of like voted and agreed. And you are all now, I guess, prepared to make your way down the tunnel.
Yes.
All right.
Yourself a big dog.
So let's see here. I'm gonna grab you all,
Say something. I'm singing up on you.
and now we're all gonna take a little break. We're gonna come back at 10:45, and we will proceed towards the ends of this tunnel.
Foolish mortals.
Yay.
There we go.
Ooh.
All right, there we go. All right, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick, and then I'm gonna come back, and I'm gonna set up the board. Well, actually, you know what? I don't even set up the board yet. I'm gonna be right back.
Ow.
Say something.
It's empty without music.
I know. Get some fucking jams
Play
in here.
music.
I will play music.
He just said he wasn't going to.
Play a jam. Play a bop.
Can't.
Too hard.
Ooh, I hit 2,000 hours.
Holy shit.
What? What?
It's Sims.
Oh my god.
Playing Sims
what?
on the side.
4?
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh,
2,000 hours.
How many did I have in 3?
yes.
Well, recorded hours is different from like overall, but
Okay, recorded plus 2,000.
recorded,
Plus.
I think I have like 400. Probably less. Probably like 300. 200? I don't know.
I'm gonna play some Persona
A
music.
ton
Is that cool,
more?
buds?
471.
Wait.
How much? What's your estimate on non?
How much I played before that? Probably more like 600.
Oh god.
Maybe even more because I played a lot on disc.
On. Oh yeah.
It's bumping.
Okay, Justin, I had to change my name again.
You said 2,000 hours.
To what?
I changed it to Kamui, the one I wanted.
Want me to-
But I did it because I was
Right
playing
now?
with somebody. Yeah, I did it right now. Yeah, because I got paid like yesterday. I did it because someone brought up the fact that I was playing online with them. They're like,
Mhm.
"Oh, dude, are you a furry?" I was like, "Oh, fuck, you're right." I was like, "Oh no," and I was like, "I can't do this."
I said that when you did it the first
I
time.
know, but then I was like, "No big deal. Nobody will notice." And then like a bunch of people told me that when I was playing, I was like, "Shit," and I was like, "So I'll just change it."
That's not even.
I know you
funny.
told me, but I was like, "It's not big of a deal," and it bothered me real quick. So I changed it.
It's like, fuck!
Fuck no!
Regret meter.
Guys, oh, Ricky, I rode the roller coaster today.
The roller coaster?
The Golden Lasso.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah,
Is it fun?
it's real smooth.
Oh, it's
It's a smooth
smooth.
ride. Yeah.
Confirmed won't
I think-
kill me if I write it.
I think Iron Rattler is still my favorite.
I'm a big puss baby. I can't get on that.
Oh, Iron Rattler is still my favorite, but Golden Lasso is a good second.
Puss baby.
I'm too scared of
That
everything.
is- Ricky, that used to be me, so it's okay.
Oh.
It's
Who's
been
ready
like
for the
10 years since I've
Destiny
been on a roller
update,
coaster.
lol?
Density update. That
That
comes out
comes-
next week, doesn't it?
May 8th.
Yeah.
2
weeks.
2 weeks. Wait, no. That's next week on a Thursday. That's literally next week.
May 8th.
What?
Next
week on
May
Friday.
8th. That's a
The
Tuesday.
May 8th is not a Tuesday. Wait, yes it is. I lied. Sorry, my bad.
My God.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Where are you looking?
And it's not next
Yeah.
week.
It's
Next
2
week would be
weeks,
the
yeah.
3rd.
Yeah, no, it's 2 weeks. For some reason, I thought next Tuesday was the 5th of May. I'm sorry.
Is that
Saturday is the 5th.
Stardust Crusader?
What?
Is it?
What?
It sounded like we were starting.
Has anyone
Oh.
looked at the Destiny
The theme?
trailer?
I saw it.
I haven't watched it.
It was just a CG of some guardian.
You know, boring shit.
I don't know.
Those are some big EVs. I want a big EV.
A baby? What?
Big EV.
Oh.
Yeah, I want a baby
A child.
in this economy.
Gross.
Yeah, that's a big no. Blaze, which persona has the best music? Go.
Oh God.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, that one right there. Yeah, that
It's too hard of a question because they're all different.
Okay.
This is from PS5?
What?
Very chill,
I
chill
can,
and
hear,
depressing.
I can hear that from across my room through my headphones. Oh my God.
3 is chill and depressing. 4 is like happy and depressing at the same time.
5 is?
And
5's
5
just
is,
smooth
like,
as hell.
funky and kind of depressing.
What are we talking about?
Persona
Persona
music.
music.
Oh.
I like 3's music a lot though. They all have really good songs, but 4 is kind of weaker for me. Just because I didn't completely like the battle music.
What?
Oh, you know.
You know.
You know. Didn't completely like the battle music. It is now 10:45. Who are we missing?
Here.
Rachel, are you there?
She's just muted. Her dogs are barking. I don't think she's loud.
I think we're all here then.
I could be wrong.
Let's say it
I don't
didn't
know.
say anything, so.
Is that Bone Trouser?
Bone Trousel?
Could be.
Is that one song is called?
Bone Trousel?
Oh, what the heck? What are these boys? These are Ice Boys in Density?
Yeah, they're just frozen hive.
We on Mars. It's gonna be copy pasted.
Mars was in the first game.
Mars wasn't
lol.
in the first game. Lol.
I'm pretty sure it was.
What?
I'm pretty sure it was too.
I was almost positive Mars was in Destiny 1.
There was the Dreadnought, which was circling Saturn, I think.
Mars, Destinypedia.
Yeah, it appeared in the first game.
Oh, that's where we played against the Cabal, right? Okay, so Saturn is the only place that we haven't been to. Interesting.
New ones in Mars. I don't know. We'll see. Apparently, there's gonna be like masterwork exotics, so that'd be cool, I guess. Apparently, they're making loot like way harder to get, so maybe that'll be fun.
Grinding for a reason now? Ooh.
Yeah, I know. Like actually, like we'll see. And then
It's
I
gonna
don't
be
know.
worth it, though.
I already bought it, so it better be worth it.
Are we
No, the
ready?
loot.
We're ready whenever Rachel's here.
I'm here.
Oh, shit. Well, there you go. Yeah, we are ready to begin again. Okay, so. Thank you for the intro.
Hey,
there,
guitar
music.
man, play me a song.
Yes.
That's the wrong
Song.
song.
What song would you
It's
like
called-
for?
Play me a song.
The
Mr.
Sound of
Piano
Silence.
Man. Yeah, that's a good one. So, you all are, begin making your way down this extremely dark tunnel. There's not really any light, but, before you had, you left, well, actually, no, there's no way you could have done that.
Uh-oh.
So you basically, those who do not have dark vision are having to be led by those with dark vision.
I still have my mace with light on it. Can we just say
Oh,
that
true.
that's
You
on?
do. You do have the mace that produces light. Thank you for reminding me.
My
so,
mace that is actually just a lantern
So
now.
forget everything I said. Corin leads the way with his lantern mace, Boren's Dawn, and
Is it bright?
It's pretty dang bright.
Oh, okay.
Put your eyes to it.
You make your way down this tunnel, and after like maybe a good 10 minutes of like walking down this way, you begin noticing that there are like intersections, I guess you could say. Is that cleaning off your desk? What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
So and you notice there's like a what do you call like a when like you're driving down the highway and you get onto the highway? What is that called?
An entry ramp?
A ramp.
Entrance ramp.
Basically, like it's like that, but another tunnel like combining with this one. And you notice there's like just this whole other tunnel that goes down that way, but it like leads towards the way that you're still going, like westward, the forward direction you're going in.
Okay.
You look down that way and notice that it goes equally further down, but you decide to keep going forward. And as you keep going forward, the cave becomes wider and wider, or I say cave, more tunnel. It becomes wider and wider and larger, and there's more and more intersections coming into this place from a bunch of different areas. And as you're walking down, you actually see on your right side an orc. There's no map right now. No map right now. There's an orc. As soon as you shine your light on him and see him, how do you react?
We all push Susan to the front.
Hello.
Oh, hey.
Hello.
You are now
Hello,
in the front of
sir.
the group. You say hello, sir, to this orc who is looks nothing. He's not nearly as handsome as Mr. Thog. He's not nearly as handsome as Mr. Thog. That's a given.
Truly.
But he's wearing like the tattered orc clothes, like a fucking like loincloth and shit. He's got like a club. And you, as you say this out loud to this orc,
I'm gonna say it in Orcish.
you say in Orcish, he does not respond or even like look at you. He's just slowly walking forward.
That's not a good sign.
He does not respond to you in any way. He just keeps walking forward.
Slowly.
Are these boys mind controlled?
Well, check. Find out.
Perception.
Do you walk in
Okay.
front of the orc?
No, I don't walk in front of the
I'll
orc.
stop
No.
him from
Susan,
walking.
stop in front
You
of-
put your hand on its shoulder, and it like turns around to, or not, it doesn't really turn around. It just kind of like stops like moving for a second. And that's just about the most you get out of this interaction, is that it just stops moving. It does not even acknowledge your existence.
Somebody want to come take a look at this guy?
I want to look into his eyes.
Metzley walks around the forward end, beckons Corin to come around with the light. Unless you have dark vision. I forget who does and who doesn't.
I do.
Okay, you do. Doesn't matter then. You walk around and you look in the front of this orc, and its pupils are not there.
Oh.
It is
Wait.
just the whites of its eyes.
One of my greatest fears.
It was a mind flayer, wasn't it?
You don't know
Could be
that.
necromancy.
I do, because I remember them talking about it when.
You don't know that.
I know
Character.
that. I know it.
Can you Arcana check? This is not a character.
Is that a character?
Hey, Metzley!
Arcana check this orc.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
20
He
plus
is
5.
110% mind controlled.
Got him.
This boy
I
is
say
super
He
mind
is
controlled.
125%
It's mind control, right? It's
It's
not
a mind
necromancy.
flayer.
As for like the type of magic it is, it's not really necromancy as much as it is like just like mind control.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
not really. This is like mind
It's te-
control
It's
is
telekinetics.
yeah, and also just like some little lore info here. Mind control is generally a like banned practice of magic that is
Sure.
completely outlawed. It's not within any of the like law, like I guess you should say law, like lawful like
Illegal
schools.
magic.
Yeah, it's illegal magic. It's not with any of the like lawful schools of magic, but it's also not necromancy.
Okay.
Well, phew, he's not
Dealing
dead.
with a mind controller.
The orc is just like drooling.
He definitely
Good
doesn't
call.
know what's
Beep,
going
beep,
on.
beep. Mind flare.
Hey Susan, did the gardener say anything else that might be helpful?
In this particular thing, no.
No, just in general. Just
Octopus head.
Oh, octopus.
It's
head.
a mind flare.
He had
I
a
have been
nightmare.
telling you.
A nightmare about a man with an octopus head. It didn't sound
Does
important to
Traylon
me.
know
Oh
what
my
a mind flayer is?
God,
Hold on.
I know. I should be a
Hold on,
fucking
what-
monster hunter. I
What's
know
in-
it.
What
Draylon,
is
make a history check.
I'm gonna fucking. All right, let me
Get
bring
a
up the
one.
die.
Please get a one.
No.
I want you to
I
stop.
refuse.
Make him suffer.
Oh, that's a fucking 19, boy. I know my shit.
He has read up on mind flayers, and he knows that they are capable of mind control.
Wow.
Can I persuade him otherwise?
Roll for persuasion. It literally has to be a 20. I'm
Really?
not kidding you. That's the only thing higher than 19. It has to be 20.
I got an 18 plus whatever my.
Wow, damn. You were that close. No, it had to have been a nat 20.
It had to have been a nat. Yeah,
Yeah.
he wants a nat. If he wants
I wanted
anything,
a
that'd
nat
be
from
fun.
Why would that be fun?
I'm telling you what it is.
Are you saying this out loud? Are you telling us
Yes,
what's a mind flare?
I put a picture in the.
So,
Discord.
you put a picture
That
in.
doesn't explain to us.
Oh,
anything.
God.
Oh my God!
What the fuck?
It's a monster.
Hold on, I clicked on the mysterious link. Oh, there you go.
Can I just do the wiki?
Monster?
It's a monster with an octopus head that has mind control. Do you not understand what he is saying?
No, we get
I've
that.
never heard
There's
of
also a
something like
picture
that.
of
It's
like
a
Hex
mind
Maniac
flare.
here.
Oh yeah, what is that doing there? That's so odd.
She's
Why is that
secretly a
there?
mind player.
Oh my God!
Where's the hex? Wait, I don't see Hex Maniac.
I saw
It's
Hex
there on mine.
Where?
Oh yeah,
my-
there she is. What?
in the related images.
Yeah, what the fuck? Still with the huge titties too. God.
Hello.
That's the real mind flare.
Oh.
Anyways, okay, describe a mind flayer. You said man with octopus.
It's like a sorcerer magic man that looks real, and he has an octopus head.
So it's a man or a monster?
It's a monster, but it can mind control. Watch
Humanoid
it.
monster.
Can I
Look
can
at
I
the
make it my friend?
picture. lol.
You
Right.
also
It's in the-
know
my God.
Draylon. Sorry, I don't mean
Yes.
to cut anyone off, but you also know it feeds off of living things' brains.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Oh no! Like, how does it feed off of it?
Usually
He bites
by
your
like
brain.
scalping and
Eats your
Ingesting
brain.
him?
and
Yeah.
just basically just removing the back of the head and slurping.
Okay, so is there any way we can break this guy out of a trance? I don't want him to get eaten.
Certainly
Someone
try.
slapped me on the head.
I don't want to
Is
hurt
the
him.
top of his head gone?
Well, I think I would have noticed that.
Well, we don't know, Mr. DM.
What is
Is the
the?
top of his head gone?
I'm so sorry. I'm thinking about other things. No, it's fully intact.
Okay, I
Okay, he has
He's
not
mind
eaten the
controlled. He's
brain.
not eaten yet. I think
we
he'd be
don't know.
dead.
Anyway, that's what we're fighting, so we should be very careful.
Okay,
Mind Flayer
do we-
must not
do
be
you
that
know
hungry.
how to
You're-
like any
yeah.
weaknesses?
Punch him. I don't know.
Okay.
To be honest,
Weaknesses
I don't know.
of what? Like an orc or a mind flayer?
Mind flare.
The weaknesses, which that was a very high roll from Draylon. He tells you it's let's see here. I don't think it has weaknesses.
You just hit him real hard, dude.
Yeah, no, this thing does not have vulnerabilities.
No, he really doesn't. Like, it's just
yeah,
like,
no, like legit, there's no vulnerability.
just attack him. Like, is what.
He's like one of us in a way.
Okay, so do you guys know how to get somebody out of a hypnotic trance or whatever?
Nope.
Roll for Arcana.
Persuasion. Please don't be hypnotized.
Persuasion. You can always hit him
Please don't.
upside the head and see if it works, but
God,
He
he's
might
an
attack
orc.
you. Yeah,
I'm gonna
you're
get
an orc.
mad if I do that.
we saved his life.
He's mind controlled. Even
Can't someone,
If he
why do,
becomes
like, do
unmind
history?
controlled and realizes somebody hit him in the face, he's probably gonna be a little bit mad, considering he's
Persuade him
more.
not to be mad.
Well, then we'll just subdue.
Don't be mad,
both
lol.
him.
Just don't be mad, lol.
I'll cast small your dick, and then we'll see who's laughing.
Oh my god.
Okay, what's going on, Susan?
I mean, nobody wants to do like a history check, and I'm certainly not going to do it.
I
so
just
guess-
rolled a 19 history check.
It.
You did it on the
on
mind flare.
hypnosis, though.
All right, history check for hypnosis. See if I know anything. If I'm a goddamn idiot.
For a history check?
Yeah, sure.
Oh. Okay.
History on hypnosis. Huh?
I don't know. She asked me to do one on hypnosis.
What'd you roll?
Insight history, I don't know what it is.
I rolled what? I got a 10 plus. What's my modifier? I don't even know. Hold on. It's like a 3.
So 13? I mean, you know that it, like I said earlier, it's
Yeah.
highly illegal magic. It controls
what I
the
was-
mind of its
yeah.
user. It's been around forever. Generally used by, like, psychic type monsters or
Evil men.
evil sorcerers and stuff like
The
that. Yeah.
madman.
Generally by people who are bad.
That's all I got.
Yeah. That's the history check on
And
it.
that's all I had.
You know of a way to knock him out of charm or hypnosis or whatever this.
Guys, there's other checks I think we can do.
Just punch him.
No, I don't want to kill him.
You're strong enough to kill him in one.
If
One-
I mean, he looks.
somebody please do something else.
I attack. I'm just.
There's entirely the option where you just
Chat.
like, follow him.
Hey, I start walking down the hallway that he was walking towards.
He's walking down the straight hallway. Like, it's this hallway, or I should say, like, the tunnel has always been going forward and straight. All these other, like, entrances and stuff have been, like in... How do I put this? Here, I'm gonna do a drawing. It's like this. I'm gonna draw it right here on the map. So here is the tunnel, right, that you're all walking down.
I got it here.
And the tunnels go in like this.
Susan, seduce the orc.
He's hypnotized.
Maybe I'll snap him out of it. I don't know. What do you want?
So these
What
are
do
the
you want?
tunnels that are, like,
How
going
much
in.
you seduce it?
I will. I'll roll to seduce.
Insight check.
Roll to
Yeah, I
seduce the
asked you to do it.
hypnotized orc. Go for
I'm
it.
gonna win.
Get
All
a
right.
one.
10 plus. What technically counts as seduction?
Wouldn't it be like charisma?
Persuasion, charisma.
Persuasion?
whatever You wanna...
That's a 16.
Persuasion?
Yeah.
I don't know. I
That would
named
just-
the thing.
That would
It's
just
up
be
to
that
you.
would just that would just be charisma. So it would be +4 is your 4 modifier.
Okay.
You.
That's a 14.
What do you do in front of this orc with a 14?
I don't know.
Man.
You gotta tell me what you're doing now.
Oh no! You tell me it's gonna work?
No, you have to do it and see if it
You
works.
still gotta do it because you did the roll.
Shoot, I don't know.
What a fine tunnel we in right now.
Let him do it, not you. You want us to do something?
Show me your magazines!
I'll show him my magazine.
How is
out-
that seduction?
That's not you seducing.
Pull out your
Alright.
magazines.
I take off my shirt.
You take off your shirt in front of
beaming.
this hypnotized orc who's just
I have abs.
staring blankly forward. It does not even acknowledge your abs. Your sick abs. God, you started like fucking bouncing your pecs like Terry Crews, and it doesn't even bat an eye.
Susan, can you believe it? I think our only option is really just punch him.
Insight check hypnosis. Let me.
Oh my god.
what I can do
Just
with-
hit him! He's not gonna
15.
die!
I got a 15. What can I do?
A 13?
15 plus
15 for insight on
2.
hypnosis.
17. yes.
17.
What
You
can I
have
do to
total
knock him?
17. Okay, so with your knowledge of the spell of hypnosis, generally, like, how things are broken out of it, it kind of depends on, like, how strong the person who cast it is and how strong the hypnosis spell was when it was cast. If it's, like, a really weak one, you could just hit him out of it. If it's a really strong one, you would have to, like, counter cast it with, like, a different, like, anti-magic spell or maybe, like, an anti-magic item. It really just depends on how strong the cast is on it.
None of us have a counter to.
Just punch him, and if he doesn't wake up, I'm so.
There's also still entirely the option where you don't have to do anything with this orc.
I
Yeah,
just
we
wanna
can
follow him, please.
See if he snaps out. If not, we'll just retreat or something.
There's
I think
one
the
way to
wisest
find out.
decision is to follow him.
Could follow him, but
thought you wanted to save him.
I do want to save him, which is what I was just about to say. But the way to save everybody is to follow him.
So, you all agree upon trying to seduce and figure things out about the hypnosis and maybe try and snap him out, that it's probably not, it's all for naught. So you decide you take your hand off his shoulder and begin making your way down the tunnel and following it. And you follow it for a good while going down this tunnel, and there's more and more connections. It's all the way down this tunnel now. You eventually get to a spot where you see a pack of 3 goblins, also in the same predicament, walking in like a straight line down this tunnel. We'll say, I guess, if there's nothing anybody wants to do with the goblins, that we just keep doing the same thing with that and follow them.
Goblins or furblins?
These ones are actual goblins, not furblins.
Okay. I like furblins.
Okay. Unfortunately, they're the non-furred.
Did we go down the tunnel that the orc was going down?
No, you kept following straight forward where it was not. It's going down straight in this tunnel, not back where it came from.
The way we were walking.
Yeah, and
Okay.
you follow, and now there's like this little group of goblins, and even further down you go, you see what is what do you call it? A buck. You see a buck, like, with his huge antlers, walk out of one of these tunnels, and just walking down the tunnel, and, like, you see, like, this almost, like, group of, like, just things out of the wild that are all walking forward in this tunnel, and eventually you get to an area where you start to see natural light and the end of this tunnel, after, like, a good, like, 30 minutes of just walking down it. And as you near the end of it, it kind of just goes off down into a cliff, into like a little ravine area where there's like a little river going through it, right?
Are they walking off the cliff?
As you keep walking forward, you kind of slow down, but they do not stop their pace. They keep walking forward, and keep walking forward until there is no more ground to walk on, and they plunge off the side of this cliff.
Oh.
Just completely. One of you looks down. We'll just say Corrin, goes over to the edge of this the end of this tunnel and looks down, and at the bottom of this ravine is just it stinks to high heaven. It's like a mound of just corpses of random things.
Oh my god.
All down that you see the goblins, the orc, the doe, just random assortment of animals and monsters, just all dead. In this big pile way down at the bottom of this ravine. And now I'm going to be pulling out the map. Where is it? Here we go.
I am permanently Monka S.
Here we go. So, lock that bad boy. Oh yeah, sorry. Let me. I'm sorry.
Shit.
It's unlocked. It's unlocked. Go ahead. Everyone plucked?
Yeah.
All right. I'll lock it. Okay. So your party. Let me grab the lot of you. Actually, I need to separate some of you. Thog's not there, and neither is Jaina. Let me get them out of here. Oh, shit. Come on. Over there for now. Your party. Let me show you. Yep, everyone is here. Is over on this kind of, like, end right here. We'll say, because Corrin is over at the end. And the mound of bodies is, like, right here. It's like right there on the map. And as you look down, you see to your left immediately, yeah, there you go, death. On your left, you see immediately 2 tunnels leading into another place. And before you guys do anything, you also hear a very loud, it's a very loud, like from a distance, it's like far away too. You hear.
Like a stomps?
It sounds stomp-ish in nature.
Okay.
Please
So
don't
the orc
Minotaur,
is
please
still
don't
is he
Minotaur.
still walking somewhere?
The orc is dead.
Wait, what?
Were you not
He
here?
said he walked. Everything walked off the edge. Anything he mentioned in the past 10 minutes is gone.
It's death.
They're dead. Nobody wanted
Damn.
them to wake him up.
Maybe we should have punched him.
Yeah, they're in Death City. 100% dead at the bottom of this ravine.
Make them make a death saving throw, Dawson.
No, they're dead. No, they're dead.
I cast resurrection. I'm gonna res them.
You don't know that spell.
I do
I
a
will.
Varian Rin mass resurrection from the fucking.
That was
Short.
Anduin Rin.
Mercy 5-man res,
I
Pop.
don't care who it is.
Okay, so you are now in this situation. How do you proceed? For every second you stall, you hear an even louder.
Quick question.
What's up?
So, in the pile of dead things, have they all just died from the impact?
Yes, from the impact of hitting the ground. You see,
Okay,
originally, like, there's water, like, it's a little river, but they are, like, there's so many bodies that they are all piled on top out of the water. It's like a body island.
Is the river red?
There's a little bit of redness in the river, flowing down, not down that way, kind of like down off the map.
Oh, here.
And it's mostly just animals and monsters?
Mostly animals and monsters, for the most part.
Do I see any humans? Any
You can certainly
races?
roll for
There's the orc,
investigation.
right?
Roll for,
Okay.
roll for...
Do you want me to do it or do you want to do it? I can do perception.
You can do it, yeah.
Perception, yeah,
Okay.
roll for perception.
Take a look, see.
Take a look. See, I got a 14 plus. Where am I?
+1.
Plus
So
one,
it's
okay.
15. You
Is
look
there
down
something-
and you see a man with pointed ears facing downwards on top of this like huge pile of bodies.
Can you roll something better?
Pointed
than that?
ears. What races were we looking for?
We're looking for 2 halflings and a dwarf.
Does a pointed ears man fit description for anything?
Nope, not neither of those.
All right, I
Sounds like an
guess
elf,
we're
no?
good. Huh?
That's an elf, no?
That is
Here, I'm
Yeah,
gonna.
it is an elf.
It is an elf.
I'm gonna look a little more.
Okay. Roll the same roll.
I got a nat 20.
Did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
you want me to take a picture of it?
No, we're good. That is most certainly an elf, though. You look through the pile, and you spot one other person-like being, and it's not really short in nature. In fact, it just looks like a human.
Human.
Okay.
Yeah. And then so basically these cliffs we're looking at, you see kind of on this it's sort of like a very steep cliff-looking area that you could scuttle across, as long as your backs are towards the wall.
Can we go back to normal size?
Yeah, it's basically you can see kind of the squares over, in this area a little bit. You can see the squares. That's basically the size you're gonna want to be. So you're not gonna be super big.
Wait, it's hard to see. Let me
Yeah.
do it really quick.
It's
Just
so
to find out.
pixely.
Yeah, it's when you zoom in, it's kind of really low quality, but
I think
Oh.
about fit. Whatever.
yeah, you're all actually pretty fine. Oh
Whoa,
shit!
what?
Oh no, someone resized the board.
Yeah, okay. I tried to click on myself and it clicked on the board apparently.
Hold on, okay, hold on, I got it. Here you go. Everyone pluck,
Great game.
There you go. All right.
I think I gotta shake it.
Yeah, it's like floating.
Oh shit!
something.
Whoops! No, go ahead. Go. Oh god! Went through the board for me. All right.
Oh,
I'm
Alright.
sorry. Pluck away.
Pluck and shake.
Everybody pluck.
Okay, now.
You good? We good, home dogs? All right, here we go.
Oh shoot.
I mean, now you are all over here, not there.
Oh.
Can we hop down?
You say
is that a
down
safe
onto
drop?
the. It's not
Onto
at all a
the
safe
drop?
drop. It's a very
Onto
far
these-
drop.
Who wants a
Onto
game
these
over?
rocks?
As I said, there's a small passageway right here that you can as long as your back's to the wall, you can make it over across this area.
Can make it over where?
I'm sorry, I thought the line was there. It's over across this area right here. I don't know if you saw that or not. It's right here
Yeah.
and right here.
Let's go there.
Let's cross it because there's something booming.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Alright.
Skirt.
You skirt? You skirt?
Yeah.
We skirt cause spook.
We skirt?
Skirt.
Do
You
you
skirt
all
chat?
you all going over to here?
Yes.
Is there a way here?
But let me just. I'm sorry, you guys went really far already. Just while you're right here, You spot immediately, Draylin.
Huh?
A guy.
No, a guy.
Oh shit!
Like
I just
here?
hit deal. Fuck. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, there we go. Thank God.
I think it deals to you.
Yeah, I don't know. It like no, they like fell through the board. It was really strange. I'm sorry about that. Let me go ahead and look at the things here. There's my proper bag. Search. And let me find him. He is right here. You see a guy
Yeah.
just sitting kind of like with his legs off the side of the cliff. In
That's
this
a
very
guy.
yeah, no, this is a guy in just like this like robe with like a really funny pointy hat.
He looks scary.
He's just sitting there.
He looks like Dark Souls.
He does not even notice or know that you're like there.
Does
Shoot.
he stink? Is he stinky?
You can't really smell him from your
Roll
current
for
location.
Mm. How smart is your nose?
You can't smell him from that distance.
Okay. What do you do?
You said he's sitting with the.
Should we say hi?
Right?
Well,
Should we
it's
say hi?
kind of like right here-ish. It's like there's like a very steep cliff like right there. He's got his legs
Yeah.
off the side. He hasn't really noticed you at all or acknowledged you at least.
Should we approach? Do you guys think?
I say be cautious because everyone that was hypnotized is walking off this cliff of death.
Yeah.
And he's the only thing not walking off besides us.
Oh, you right.
Tackle him.
Shoot.
I say we just walk past him and go up here.
Leave him be.
Yes.
I mean, I guess we could do that, but I mean,
I don't
You're
think
in the
so.
front, and this is a very tight spot, so it's up
yeah,
to you.
I don't
Braylon.
know. Oh, funk. I'm
He's
not
not
the
scared
one to be.
about the booming.
Shoot. Let's just kind of like walk around.
You slowly try and get by the guy, and you're stopped about right here, when you notice his head is turned towards you.
Oh,
Wait a minute. Like, where's his body turned?
His body is facing off the cliff, but the
I
hat
don't
point,
like that.
the hat point is facing towards Draylin.
I don't like that.
Hello?
I don't like that at all.
It gets up and stands up. I'm sorry, he gets up and stands up, and looks over towards the lot of you. Real quick. Give me a second. Let's
Hey,
see.
y'all guys ready? You guys excited to give your brain to this guy? I am.
Y'all ready to
Let's
use
keep walking.
instant transmission to get out of here? Be
Susan,
gone.
don't say that.
Hold on.
I don't want to
Susan.
do the trick.
Throw him at.
Instant transmission me out of here.
That's not
Susan,
the right
use
one.
instant transmission on me, aka throw me at him. That is an option.
These aren't right for it. Hold on. I'm sorry I'm taking so long. Give me a moment. What's this one? No, not that one. I'm sorry. I'm fucking
I'm gonna instant transmission out of
dicking
existence.
around too much right now. That's not correct. Fuck, dude. I had. You know what? We'll just skip that part. So, basically, he turns around to the lot of you, and search here. He where I'm trying to find the right. I'm so sorry. I'm taking so long. Give me a moment. What the fuck? Okay, yeah. He pulls out a
gun.
sword
Oh,
immediately, and is
Dark
going
Soul?
to roll to hit you, Draylin.
oh, fuck. All right.
That rolled off the fucking desk. Let me get a thing to stop it from doing that. Here we go. I'll put my phone right there.
I gotta put on some battle music.
That's what I was trying to find, but nothing was fitting. Okay, that was a
Just play
16.
the- Oh, okay. It's gonna hit. How much
Alright.
damage is it gonna do?
So he has a longsword. He is going to roll
Is
a
he
one.
single-handing it, or is he dual-handing?
He's dual handling it. You know, as not as the model would lead you to believe, but it. Yeah, no, it's just
Depending on how much damage this does, I might shield that shit.
1d8 slashing.
No,
4
it's a
damage.
D10. It's a D10 if he's holding it
Oh no,
with two hands. You
This
said it's a
weapon can be
longsword,
used
right?
with one or two hands. Damage value in parentheses appears with the opportunity damage when weapon is used with two hands to make a melee attack. What? Damage when the weapon is used with two hands.
Look at properties. It
Damage
says versatile 1d10.
Ah, I see. Okay. 1d10. Where's my 1d10? There it is. So, well, since I already rolled for that one, we'll just say for now it's 4, but from now on we'll do the 1d10.
It's what?
It's 4. He takes 4 damage.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'll take that.
Okay. It turns around and immediately pulls out from underneath its. Holy shit, dude! It pulls out from underneath its cloak just a long sword and immediately swipes at you, Draylin, and gets in 4 damage hit.
Can I respond?
Yeah.
A shocking grasp that bitch.
Roll to hit.
Alright, be gone, thought. Let's see, 10 plus... What's my... It curves 6. 10 plus 6.
10 plus 6.
16.
That would be 16. It's armor.
What?
That hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
D8. What's my D8 look like again?
It's
A
the
diamond?
diamond one.
Hold on. I'll get them all out. Alright, yeah, I think this is D8. I'm not positive. Yeah. That's a 6.
Okay. Where's his HP? There it is. That was a 6, you said?
Yeah, it was a 6.
Yeah. Okay. You immediately respond by just grabbing. Is there anywhere like what do you do when you shock and grasp him?
Well, it's kind of just a grab. So I mean, I can grab him like on the arm.
You grab him on the arm, and as soon as you do that, you realize that for the most part, it's just kind of like there's not. You grab the glove, right, and you do the shock damage. Damage. Give me a second. Oh wow! Holy cow! Oh, that's vulnerability. How does resistance work?
Half
It
damage?
cuts it in half.
Okay, so it would be half damage. So instead of doing
what?
6, you did 3.
Okay, well now I know.
You grab him and you realize there's no flesh. You do the shock, and it still like kind of jitters a bit, but there was no arm when you tried to grab the arm.
Okay.
And as soon as you do that, it kind of like backs up and like is sort of backing up this way.
I'm gonna throw a javelin at it.
All right, roll the hit.
Whoa,
Stop
that's
rolling your
very
dice around
close
your thing, it's really
proximities
loud.
that we're in.
16 or 17, because I think
Okay.
I
Gotta
had
kick his ass.
Roll for damage.
We'll possess.
5.
Okay.
I should have
Into a
fucking
wall.
blasted him off the edge when I had the chance.
So this thing has a lot of resistances. I'm just gonna tell you right now. What kind of damage is that?
That would be
I think it's
piercing.
piercing?
Half damage.
God
So
damn.
let's see here. And you rolled what number?
5.
Okay, so 5. I will give you the benefit of the doubt and put 3.
Okay.
All right. You throw your javelin at it above Flamingo and past Draylin, and it kind of like goes through its like little like garb, right? But as it goes out the other end, there's no blood.
It just goes through it?
Yeah, it goes through the thing and just kind of like tears up its cloak. It's backing up even further now.
So it's not exposed at all.
Exposed.
What's underneath it?
Not particularly. You see like boots and a glove, but it's mostly covered. And then if we would take off this meme, you would see 2 beady red eyes. And it backs up slowly.
Okay, bye.
All right, you're just gonna let him back up.
After it?
I can't do anything. Draylin's up front.
Follow after it?
Alex, let me confirm.
If
Draylin, we're gonna whoop his ass or what?
You go past Draylin. And you go after it.
I mean, I'm gonna attack it.
Okay, roll the hit.
It's a... Oh my god.
Ooh, what's that number?
It's another 20.
Oh
No.
shit. Okay.
But I don't want you guys like to be like, oh.
No,
you
I understand. I trust you. Just let's see here. So 20. You're going to attack, and that was for which
I need to
weapon?
roll. That was for the rapier,
Okay.
which
roll-
is piercing,
okay. Roll the other one.
and then an 11 plus 2, so 13 for the longsword.
13. Those are both going to hit, but you're going to do. And what kind of damages do they do?
Piercing and slashing.
Okay, yeah, those are both. So basically, just roll damage normally for the rapier, right?
Okay, rapier did 4.
Okay,
It
so
gets cut
that's
in half, but
4
then it also
damage.
gets multiplied by 2, so it's 4.
Okay, yeah. So that's what I'm saying. Just do it like normally. And then the other one, the damage will be.
The other one, I got 8. So 4.
So 4 and 4 is just 8 in total. Okay.
Yeah.
Right on. Shit. I accidentally took a screenshot. You go up to it and you pierce, like you kind of like pierce through it with your I'm sorry, I'm like blanking on the fucking word. Rapier.
Rapier.
And you just kind of like slash through it and see like a cloud of black mist go like beneath its cloak as you slash it with the sword and do kind of like the same thing and the same amount of damage.
Mm.
It's very tattered right now. Looks really weak.
Mm.
And
Oh, can I follow up?
yeah, you can roll the hit real quick.
19.
You do go ahead and do damage
Which
with
is
whatever it is
different.
you damage with.
Debark.
That's a nat bark. Oh, I got a nat bark too.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Oh, shoot.
Wait. What?
She got an 8.
Okay, so half.
Yeah.
With what kind of damage does the axe do that you're hitting it with?
Slashing.
Leave a slash.
Okay, so 8 would be 4. You slam like your axe down in front of it, and
You cut out.
I'm sorry, you slam your axe down in front of it, and you tear through the thing, and immediately like the mist that was coming out while Flamingo was attacking it is suddenly dispersed everywhere, and the cloak falls to the ground, and the sword goes, you know, like on the ground as it just drops. You have defeated it, and you gain. I think it was. Oh, here I have the card.
Money, money, money.
You gain 7 gold pieces, Susan. But now, here's my new exciting thing that I'm gonna do. We're gonna do experience points a little bit differently, and you guys are gonna be getting a lot more of it.
Okay.
So, in addition to the experience you gain upon clearing a board, you are going to get experience for individual kills.
Yay.
So, everyone who attacked this monster, which I believe was Draylin, J-Money, and Susan, or Draylin, Flamingo, and Susan, no one else attacked it, correct?
Mm-hmm.
3 of you are going to get... I didn't remember if anyone attacked it. 100 divided by 3, which I believe is just 33, right?
33.
You all get 33 experience points right now.
Okay. Let me pull up the calculator.
The 3 of you who all landed attacks on this monster.
Yay, we got assists.
Plus 33, right?
Yeah, all of you add 33.
Okay.
Besides Metzley and Corin.
Yeah.
Doctor to you.
Okay.
Can I see this way?
You look down the corridor. And immediately the first thing you see is just kind of like, it's like, a very like, I don't want to say dirty, but like, there's a lot of soil and loose soil everywhere. It looks like it's almost been moved around a lot. And you see it kind of like it go into that way, which leads into the other area. But as you can just tell from looking down this small corridor, is that it's just a plain like dirt tunnel and the soil looks very loose. That is it.
Like loose as in I'm gonna drop to my death, or like
I don't know.
Just like turned, I think is what he means.
Better find out.
this is nothing, right?
That is nothing.
Okay. I don't think I want to go that way.
I'm gonna advance forward here. Just
You
look down
walk
this
forward a
hallway
little
right
bit
there.
and you look down this way, right here. Okay. And you see immediately a brazier which has a fire coming out from it. Now hold on, this is really cool. Give me a second.
You cut out.
Cube. Oh.
You see
look at that.
a brazier
That's
of
cool.
a fire coming out of
He's
it.
learning.
Skirt.
I walk across.
Okay. You walk across down the tunnel, and nothing really peculiar happens to you, but you notice as you look
Okay, is
down
this
further
anything?
this way, it's the same deal, but the soil looks like it's nearly just like fallen from the roof.
It's what?
You
It's
cut out.
I'm sorry, I don't know why it's doing that. But
You
it's
should-
basically just the soil falling down, almost like it's so loose it's falling down from like the roof. But you do see at the end of the tunnel.
Chest.
Wow, spoilers. It's a chest.
I'm guessing. I'm guessing wildly.
2, 1.
I numbered the chests so I know which one's which. There's multiple.
So you don't accidentally give someone.
Yeah, I accidentally give someone 1,000,000 gold. Yeah. You do see a chest at the end of that tunnel way.
Could you describe the tunnel again, Mr. Disconnecting?
So, it's basically just like the one you just passed through successfully, safely. Except for it's like 10 times worse. It's more crumbly than the one you've just passed through.
Crumbly.
Yeah,
see kind of
that,
the
for
soil
lack
here.
of better word. Yeah, you look down kind of this way. Let's see. That.
I mean, there's a burning fire over here. Should we check it out?
Cute cricket noise.
Yeah.
Slowly.
You
we can.
slowly and very slowly make your way down this corridor. And your foot is almost kind of like sinking into the dirt, a little bit. And real quick, just go ahead and make for me a dexterity saving throw.
17.
As soon as like you hear like from behind you, like almost like a little bit of like rumbling, you jump forward. There's like something that rumbled above you, and a giant clod of dirt falls down behind you.
Good.
We'll say it's
Dirt.
like right here. And it's blocking your way out, but you are now just kind of like in the rest of this tunnel. And you go forward and you successfully reach the chest.
Okay. I investigate the chest because I don't
Hey,
want to
what was
be
that
eaten
noise? What was that
alive.
loud noise, guys?
What?
Oh god. It was 17 again.
Was there a loud
17?
noise?
Yeah, right?
I mean, dirt fell.
Yeah.
A lot of it.
Yeah, that's true.
that's a lot of
You look around this chest. There's no like traps or wires or anything fancy on it. Just a chest.
Breathing.
Nope,
What?
it's not breathing.
Arcana check.
Not yet.
The fuck. 15 plus.
It's not
5.
magical.
Okay. I open it.
Punch it.
Take out what's inside.
Damn
It's
it.
it's hypnotized.
It's a mind flare.
Ooh.
You got
It's
these two
fear.
things. So you got yourself a healing potion and a fire resistance potion.
Okay, great. I can give that to someone.
If you want to go ahead
Did
and put
we
those in
hear-
your chest.
Did
Yeah.
we hear the dirt
You
fall?
did hear the dirt fall.
What was that noise?
I don't know.
I'll go
There's a
check
bunch
it
of
out. I
noises
walk
in
over
this
to-
So
room.
this is just a
Delete.
wall, right?
Yeah, that's just a straight up wall. Okay,
Okay,
Corn
turn
runs
around.
over and sees just this mound of wall. Not in fact Bugs Bunny. It's
Bunny
just
bugs.
bunny bugs, yeah. It's just this mound of dirt that has fallen from the ground. And you don't really know that it's fallen. You did hear a noise, and this could have been it, but otherwise it's just a big wall of dirt.
Mm,
Look behind. That's where we came from. Metzley, is that you? Is anything
Oh,
happened?
Metzley!
Hello.
Can I hear him through the mound of dirt?
You hear?
That's not a good idea. That would probably make things worse.
Please reply. Copy that.
Can I?
further in?
I shoot at the base of this mound.
Oh, with what?
Eldritch Blast.
Okay, give me a second, Jimmy. I'll be right with you. You shoot it with Eldritch Blast. And as you do that, more dirt falls down. And in fact, you're gonna make another Dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
It's a 17.
You dodge backwards, and there is now more dirt.
More doit.
More dirt separating you and Corn. However, Corn just noticed that it just got blasted by something, and it looked like an
Even
Eldritch
more?
Blast.
Is there any way like above
So
it?
wait, what happened to the mound I shot? Is it gone or is it just
It's still there.
okay? That didn't do anything for me.
You peek down this corridor right here. And real quick, J Money, go ahead and make for me a stealth, or I guess, yeah, a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Yes.
That is a 8.
Okay. What's your stealth modifier?
My stealth is 6, and I got a 2, so it's 8.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, I got you. As soon as you do that, there is a guy down there.
Down where?
Right here, in this area. He
I
immediately
didn't peer
hears.
into there, but I just walked forward.
I thought you were wanting to peer down here. I'm sorry. That's.
Oh no, it's fine.
Well, either
It's
way,
fine.
it turns around and hears the a bit of noise behind it. And it knows that something's over there.
Guys, there's another one of those guys.
Another one.
I think it's coming.
Kick its ass immediately.
Boy.
No?
Draylen, do you still have that hammer thing? That holy hammer?
Me? I mean, oh, you mean my halberd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
You
It
should hit
spots
with
you.
that. Oh!
Oh,
You can see it
let's
kind of doing like a excited motion as it readies its sword.
Okay, I go in and attack it.
Roll the hit.
Can I move? Like, right here.
11
I just want to get line of sight.
and 9.
Okay. 11 and 9 total. Neither of those hit.
Okay.
You make 2 slashes at it, but they both just kind of like almost go through the thing. And now it's going to counterattack. Give me a second.
Okay.
Let me put down my phone so it doesn't fly off the fucking desk. Okay. What is its strength modifier? -2. It does not hit. Okay. Yeah, it swings back in retaliation, but completely misses you. You can tell it's very.
Hello.
It counterattacks and swings down at you, but you can tell it's very clumsy. It's a very clumsy creature, and it completely misses you.
Okay.
And as it does that, it kind of like jumps back a little bit and starts to run this way, back into this room. You hear the shuffling of clanging metal and stuff going on, and as that's all going on, you guys want to do anything over here?
Darlin, come here.
Yes.
Come here, follow me.
Hold
You
on.
see, running past you, almost like knocking you down with how fast it's running, it drops down in front of it, like a bunch of like pieces, or I guess like body parts almost, of what looked to be like, body parts of like a bronze dwarf statue. There's like a dwarven head, a dwarven arm, torso, legs, body, and everything. And immediately it drops its sword onto the ground, onto its right side, not its left side, and begins to put its hands in front of the fire and do like kind of like a bunch of goofy motions with its hands. And as it does this, it summons forth a stream of fire into its hands. If you want to go ahead and attack right now, you can.
I'm gonna use my halberd.
Roll the hit.
Alright, oh, that's like a 12.
Plus what?
What is it, strength?
Yeah, it would be strength.
Then I got a 13 because I'm on that one.
No, that's proficiency. That's how that works.
Oh.
If he's
Well,
proficient.
it's proficiency and strength.
Oh, interesting.
Then it's like 1.
Okay. So, you do hit it.
Oh, cool. Oh.
Yeah. And go ahead and
It's a
roll.
holy halberd.
Roll for damage for the halberd.
Oh fuck, that's not.
It's a 1d10 slashing.
What the fuck is on D10?
It looks like a UFO.
Oh, it's the UFO looking one.
Yeah, but not with the 20 on it. There's two UFO ones.
Oh, is this it? Oh, the one with the 0 on it.
Yeah.
Just 1 0. Yeah.
Okay.
Let me do that.
That's a 7.
Okay, 7. So go ahead and roll that again.
Oh. Okay.
You've got advantage on both hit and damage.
Oh wow. Oh, that one's an 8. Cool.
There you go. So that's an 8. Let's see
Rudy.
here.
Stop.
Rudy.
Shut door.
So that is because you had advantage on all that because it's an undead. However, it is still resistant to slashing, which I believe is what your. Oh wait, hey, no. It says yeah, resistance from non-magical weapons. That's a magical weapon, my friend.
Oh.
You do full damage. You go forward to attack it and deal 8 damage to the motherfucker. He had that many hit points and it was 8, so that means he is now at this health value. You slash at him and it's kind of like it kind of loses grip of the fire in its hands. And then very desperately gets down like kind of almost like on its knees and slams its like fiery hands onto these like body parts of the dwarf. And it kind of you fear like for a minute the fire is like absorbed by the statue.
Can I attack at it again?
Yes, go ahead and roll the hit.
11.
Okay. So
6. I missed both.
yeah, you go forward to attack it, and both attacks kind of just phase through the thing. You tear off its cloak a little bit, but you see just kind of like this black shadow underneath what you've cut off. And as it's doing all this, it summons forth. The bronze figure kind of like forms together. Yeah, it like forms together a little bit. And like like you can see fire begin to like combine the parts, and it starts like moving around a little bit. And it has summoned itself an Azer.
Oh.
Out of this bronze dwarf. And
okay.
it immediately stands up and begins like frantically pointing at the two of you at the statue. And the statue is now looking at the two of you. Before anything happens, you guys want to do anything over here?
Yes.
I don't know what I can do.
Could you help us?
It's a mound of dirt. Is there anything?
Yeah, I can help you.
You start digging at it.
Again.
Just dig with a shovel.
Yeah, you have the. Nobody.
I know I don't. I don't.
Mr.
I see
Alphonse
nothing.
has the shovel.
I just start digging in desperation then.
You start digging at desperation.
Yeah, I dig over here
and
too.
we'll say the Alphonse brought his shovel with him, right? And he comes over and sees like the situation going on and decides to run over this way, seeing you frantically dig at the wall. And you're kind of like pulling dirt aside, and as more kind of falls on top of it, and Alphonse comes up next to you with his shovel and begins to like scrape it to the side or whatever, and is managing to pull out more dirt than is falling, and is kind of making his way through the tunnel. But as that's happening, what were you doing over here, Draylon?
Am I out of reach to attack the?
Moshi mosh.
Did that shadow guard?
Or can I move up? And,
To do what?
attack with my halberd again.
You would have to get close to it.
Can I?
Yes.
May I?
Yes. You go right up. You go right up to. Which one are you attacking?
The shadow guard too.
Okay. Yes, you may absolutely do that. Roll the hit.
Oh, that's a natural 8, baby!
Wow! Okay.
Be gone!
That's with the halberd. What's it say? Okay, so go ahead and roll that halberd damage with advantage.
Second one is 3, so I'm gonna take that 7.
Okay, so you got a 7 and a 3. 7 times 2, yes?
Yeah, I think it's times 2.
Excellent, okay. Let's see here. Oh, I should have written down who had what on. That one's gone too. Right. Okay. So you run up to it. Is there any particular way you want to kill this thing?
Oh, dude, can I like fucking slash it and right in half with the halberd?
You
That'd be so sick.
slash down your halberd, and it kind of like splits through the thing like an axe through wood. And the clothing just gets like torn in half, and the shadow portion of the body just kind of dissipates into nothingness. But right as that happens, this man comes up and is gonna roll to hit you. But before that, Flamingo, did you get any did you get any successful hits onto the Shadow Guard?
No.
So, Draylin, you gain not only 7 gold, but 100 experience points. Wait,
punch him.
Rachel, you didn't hit it, right?
No, it was just me.
That
and
was all
Justin.
Draylin, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you gain 100 experience points, Ricky, and only you.
And I get what, 7 gold?
And 7 gold, yes.
So we're not in an actual action phase, right? These are all just it's unorthodox combat. okay.
But and then now that you've done that, I'm gonna have this thing roll to hit you. You see the side of you a flaming like automaton bronze statue dwarf.
A flaming bastard.
Yeah, with like fire coming out. It's everything. Like the metal like hammer it has is completely on fire and molten.
Monkey ass! Oh my god!
And it's got like this bronze shield and stuff too, and it's gonna roll to hit you.
And a bronze face.
Well, luckily for you, it rolled a 2. It completely like misses you and is now like right here in between the two of you. And that is going to be the end of that. What were you guys wanting to do over here? Okay, as this is going on, Alphonse is again furiously digging through the tunnel and manages to get a breakthrough and dig to the other side with Metzley on the other side. He says like, "What were you doing in there?"
Hey, you might want to move back before anything else happens.
Oh
Let's
Lord!
go.
You very quickly exit the tunnel. What was worth going in there for? What in the world? Why?
Big money. You'll see later.
Susan,
Big
Susan,
money.
come over here and help us out. And then after I say that, I cast switch.
Susan AFK.
Coming.
Okay. Oh, here
What?
we go.
Freaking
It's very important.
I shout at you. I shout at you saying, "Please help!"
Okay.
And then I cast switch bolt on this man.
All right. Roll the hit.
That's a 13 plus
Ooh, wow.
3, so 16.
This thing's got a fucking nutso armor class. And also considering its hit points, those are really fucking high. Well, I guess they're not really fucking high.
Spoilers.
Okay. And you added all your modifiers and everything, right?
Yeah. Why?
Yes.
Okay. So you barely missed the thing.
Okay.
Let's see here. Let me make sure I'm reading all of the rules of its stuff correctly. Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's like brightly just illuminating the cave. You attempt to hit it with witch bolt. Wait, is that the stream over time damage thing, or is that different? Okay, cool. So yeah, you shoot the lightning attack, and it kind of like hits past it onto the wall, and just is like, and like you miss it. Next up, I believe if you want to do anything, Rachel.
Punch it.
Yes. I want to hit it. I want to slash it.
Roll the hit with your great axe, I assume.
Yeah, 17.
All right, that is enough to hit it.
That's 6 damage.
Okay, give me a second. I have to reread something real quick. Make sure I'm getting it correct. Yep. Okay. Right on. Okay, so you let me make sure resistance. I'm sorry, I'm reading like this, just making sure everything's fine. Okay, yeah. You hit it and you dealt how much damage? I'm sorry.
6.
Right on. Give me a second. Has how much HP? Okay. 6. Which means it now has
How tall is this thing?
much. It's the size of a normal dwarf, so taller than you, but definitely shorter than Susan and Draylin. But I'm not. We're still doing a thing here. So as you kind of swing at it, is there any way you kind of particularly want to hit it, Susan?
Sweep the legs.
I think she's AFK.
What?
Is there any particular way you want to hit it?
No.
Okay.
Sweep the legs.
You just like swing your axe at the thing, and it hits, and it like makes a big chunk in the thing. And you just kind of like put in like this nice little slice into it. But as you do that, the flames in it kind of like grow and expand and are going to burn you. Because you are melee attacking it. And you're gonna take 1d10 fire damage.
Holy shit.
1d10?
I think I'm gonna have to call the police.
Why are you calling the
You're
police?
playing some demonic game here.
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I'm worried. Honey, call the police.
What the fuck?
I thought it was because of that 1d10. I was like, I'm calling the police.
Oh my god.
A d10, that's it.
It
Dawson's
rolled.
going to jail!
It rolled max damage, which is 9.
Well, you're kidding!
Yeah. So
Whoa.
it scorches your like left arm and does 9 whole damage to it.
I'm gonna call the cops too.
It's going to not only do that, but also retaliate by attacking you. And then after this, it rolled a 7. You're lucky. It's going to attack you and miss. Okay, and then after you roll the hit, Metzli, we're gonna roll for initiative. But go ahead and do that first.
Okay. 15 plus 5.
You
6,
definitely
5?
hit. Yeah, you hit. You hit.
5.
Roll for damage.
Oh, just his D10, right? And I'm not forgetting. Yeah. Oh, there's a hair. 10 plus 3.
Damn, what the fuck? 10 plus 3, that's fucking 13 damage. Oh my god. Okay. You, after this is all going on, you shoot, in between Susan and, Flamingo at this, bright flaming dwarven figure, and you shoot your Eldritch Blast at it, and it hits it kind of like in that chunk that, Susan had done into it, and, it kind of like, it begins to crumble a little bit. And now, what we're gonna do is just so we can enter Orthodox combat, since we're all in one group now, is we're all gonna roll for initiative. So everybody roll your max numbers and let me know what they are, or I'll ask you individually.
Oh, fun.
So
That's
Draylin,
super
what's
high.
yours?
It's a 19.
Plus all the modifiers and everything?
Yeah.
Okay, Corin, what's yours?
Does this count?
What is
I missed my tower.
Oh, 10 plus whatever modifiers.
2? Dexterity?
No, it's initiative.
Yeah, which is dexterity.
Oh, fuck.
No, it's not. It's initiative.
Oh, I see. I thought that was based off dexterity.
What? We've been doing dexterity the whole time.
I'm pretty sure it is
No,
based
we
off
haven't.
dexterity.
It is dexterity, and it basically your initiative needs to be. These papers don't change automatically with that, so you have
Some
to make
stuff
sure.
does, some stuff doesn't.
No.
Yeah. So
He had +1 initiative from something else. I remember reading it on one of his things. That's why he had 3.
Oh, huh.
He definitely has 3 because he's used it before.
Okay.
You want me to pull my card?
Well,
Pull out the heart of the card,
it's not a
baby.
big deal. We'll just put down 13. Susan, what you got?
8.
Okay. Metzli.
I had 17.
Okay. 17, Metzli, and then finally we have Flamingo.
I had 16.
Hey, I'm gonna break immersion real quick.
What's up?
I was about to too.
Philly is 2, Souls 1.
Oh, hell yeah.
By the way, New York won.
Yeah, New York.
I saw that.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna be wrong
I have
for
a
it.
quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
What?
How long do you think this is gonna go for?
Not very much longer from now.
Okay, cool.
Alright. They're getting the cops ready for you, Dawson.
Yeah,
That
dude.
1d10 max damage? You're kidding.
Oh,
Oh my
He's
God.
getting a proficiency point from his initiative. No, not initiative. Aha! Other way around. Initiative point from proficiency
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
because of Jack of all trades.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it is. Yeah, there you go.
Just so we
Okay.
know. from now
So let's see here. Now that it's missed its attack, Draylon,
on.
go for it,
I'm
dog.
trying to say my name.
I'm gonna back the fuck up a little bit.
Yeah, you get away from this thing.
I'm gonna Ray of Frost.
All right, roll it.
That's what's that? 9 plus 6, and will that hit or no?
What's the total number?
15.
No, it does not.
Oh wow!
You shoot your bolt at it, and as soon as you do, before the bolt can even reach the thing, its flames expand, and your beam is like melted before it can even get like touch the thing.
What am I gonna do?
Next up is Metzley.
Mm.
Let me make sure I'm writing down.
Hold on, I was drinking. Son of a bitch. Should I just Eldritch Blast it?
As you should.
As a warlock should.
Yeah, roll the hit.
15 plus 5.
Okay, go roll for damage.
Guys, where'd it go? Haha. 3 plus 3? 6?
3 plus 3 is 6. That is what that number is. Yeah.
I don't need you to
I'm
chastise me.
I'm
mister.
chastising myself because I had to think that in my head. It was 6. Okay.
Yes, me. That's the number.
All right. So you successfully hit it with another Eldritch Blast, and
I'm gonna piss real quick.
okay, you piss real quick, right onto the floor. And as you do that, you're
On him.
yeah, there you go. Put him out. You shoot your Eldritch Blast towards it, and it begins to crumble even more. And now next up we have got Flamingo.
I'm gonna move. Can I move into this room right here?
Yeah, you can run past it into the room.
Cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay. So let's see here. Is that one
It has to make
a?
It's a cantrip. It
Yeah,
has
yeah.
to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Target within range that you can hear must make a Wisdom saving throw. Take 1d4 psychic damage, and have disadvantage on the next attack it makes before the end of its turn. All right, cool. And that's at 5th level, so a Wisdom saving throw.
It's not at 5th level.
Oh.
I'm level 3.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. I was reading it at because I was
okay,
reaffirming
sorry.
with myself. So Wisdom saving throw.
Go back to my statement.
It rolled a 19, and its Wisdom modifier is +1, so that's 20. It passes the throw.
Okay.
So I believe that it's just a nulled effect.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up is Corin.
Okay.
Punch him.
Do I have to?
No, don't.
I will.
This thing's
long
just
range
looking
punch him
around at
with
you
my
all.
crossbow.
It's kind of looking around at you all, deciding on a target to hit.
Please no target. I'm gonna roll to shoot him.
Okay.
12 plus 2.
Dex is 2. You miss. You ready your crossbow to shoot at the thing, and it just kind of goes through the flames on the top of its head and hits the wall behind it. Next up is Susan.
Okay,
should have
I
cast-
attack.
You're gonna attack it?
This is us all
No,
using
I'm
range
gonna
combat
use-
on the thing.
All missing.
My javelin.
Okay. You ready your javelin? Go ahead and roll to hit it.
14 plus. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hit it because I have like +4 or something.
It's a javelin, which uses strength modifiers, right?
Yeah, I think it does. Or athletics or whatever.
It'll say on the card.
That's why I'm looking at the card, yeah. If your weapon has the thrown property, you can throw the weapon, make a ranged attack. If the weapon is a melee weapon, you can use the same
Thrown
melee
is
modifier.
dexterity. 'Cause when it's thrown, it's done as a finesse or whatever.
If the if that's as a melee weapon, if you use the same ability to attack roll, damage roll.
Hey.
Okay, so yeah, so that would be the plus dex, which is +1. So what was your
So
roll?
15.
So,
It was 14.
you miss.
What? Okay.
You throw your javelin at it, and it kind of just like scrapes the side of its arm and lands behind it. And it just doesn't. It didn't really seem to affect the thing. And now it is gonna go ahead and walk up straight back over to you, Susan, and ready an attack on you.
Cool.
So it's like stomps forward, and as it like inches closer and closer, you can feel like the heat emanating from it, like just like blasting you with like this wave of heat. It rolled a 14, and its strength modifier is 3, so 4, 5, 6, 7, 17.
So that is gonna hit me.
Okay, that's gonna hit. Heated weapons. Extra. Okay. Okay, cool. And it uses the one-handed hammer. I apologize for this, but I gotta look for the hammer real quick. I thought it said on the thing how much damage it did, but it did not. So I gotta find it real quick. I'm sorry.
Is it a hammer or a mace?
It's just like a small hammer.
You cut out.
It's like a small hammer. I forget what that is particularly called. I think it's just hammer. Light hammer. Found it.
Think of Thor's hammer.
Yeah, like Thor's hammer. Right.
It does 1d4.
Yep, 1d4 bludgeoning. So it's gonna roll 1d4 bludgeoning. That's
Does
gonna
she
be.
have a resistance to something?
Let's see. Does she? Resistance to bludgeoning. That might be when she's raged.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it rolled a 4.
4 damage.
Yeah, 4 damage, but here's the thing. So I guess I'll just read this out loud so you can understand what's happening. It has an ability called Heated Weapons. When the Azer hits with a metal melee weapon, it deals an extra 1d6 fire damage included in the attack. So the 1d4 plus a 1d6. I wish I was shitting you. It's a 6.
God.
We're gonna need to Omega heal Rachel.
Luckily, Metzley did just find a potion.
Yeah, that's true.
But that is definitely 10 whole damage to you. It turns around and begins to like almost like charge and summon like fire on its hammer, and the thing is completely encased in this huge wave of flames as it slams and hits the side of Susan and like leaves like a burn on you, like a bad burn, as well as like just the whack of it. It's hitting your like side of your torso.
It's cauterizing your wound?
Yeah, doing something to a wound. And it's doing heavy damage to you. But good news, Draylen's up next.
I'll try again. I'll try him again.
Right. Roll that bad boy.
I gotta be like above a 16. Oh, luckily that's an 18 plus 6.
You hit. Roll for damage.
Yee! I think that's a 1d6. I don't know. Is it?
1d8.
It's an 8. 1d8.
This is like the only cantrip you've been using the whole campaign. You already forgot what damage it does.
Yeah, I know. Well, because I'm like, I always think like, am I at the?
Dawson, we have so many spells we look at it.
Yeah, no, I understand. I
7.
recently made a wizard. Okay, 7 damage. And weirdly enough, this thing does not have any like vulnerability towards that. Like at all.
Yeah.
Which I think is weird, but I got this page straight from the monster manual, so I'm gonna follow that. But anyway, you did how much damage? I'm sorry.
7.
Alrighty. So you hit it with your beam of ice, and kind of just like hit the arm that was whacking Susan just now, and you like subdue almost a little bit the flames that were like emanating from its arm and the hammer, and almost kind of like rust it and lock it up a little bit. Just
cool.
kind of like is locked up just a little bit from the ice, and it tries to like yank its arm free. And as it does, it successfully does that and breaks the ice, but also like breaks a bit of itself as it does that. Metzley, you're up next.
Can I inquire what Corrin did on his turn?
I shot it with my crossbow.
Yeah, he shot it and missed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was just as you said that. I'm like, wait, I didn't miss him, right?
No, I was gone, so I didn't
Oh.
know what. See, was the I shoot it again?
Okie dokie, artichoke. Roll that damage, or I mean, hit dice.
No, just 17.
Okay. Roll
Alright, dude.
for damage. You're gonna get a lot of high rolls this
Yeah, I don't know.
particular chapter.
I wish that was me.
Go ahead and get that damage.
Oh,
Oh, I like
that's
that.
a 9
noise.
plus
Rigged.
3.
It's
Pog
rigged.
champ. All right.
It's not rigged.
So, did anyone hit it else? Did anyone else hit it besides Susan, Metzley, and Draylin?
Besides,
Draylin hit it.
Susan, I think.
did.
Did she hit it?
I got, yeah, I hit
Yeah,
it.
she hit it.
yeah,
She
she
hit it.
did because
I
she
got
got
her.
So,
burned.
Corin missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Corin missed it, and Flamingo missed it.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how do you wish to kill this thing?
Oh, do it cool.
I want to shoot its Will Smith face off.
You ready
For
your
real?
beam and charge it up, and
For real?
you shoot it right in the directly in the face, and the head like pops off and rolls backwards, and the rest of the body just like the fire subsides and all goes back into the brazier, and it just falls flat onto the ground, and is no longer moving. Metzley, you get 16 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
You seem really enthused about that one.
Wow. I'm more happy for him.
Money,
Okay,
but I don't
money.
know where to spend it. So.
I'll try and find
Put it
some good.
directly into my bank account.
So far in the campaign, I've only been using like that shop page, but I'm gonna try and find more cool shit for you. I'm like gonna make items for you guys to buy, so that the money seems
Yeah,
cooler.
give us cheap health potions, please.
Yeah, and you're also all gonna get well, not all. I keep saying all. The 3 of you that were successfully hit it are gonna get 450 divided by 3 experience points.
Okay, what's that?
150, I think. Unless I did my math
Yes,
wrong.
150 is
150, yes. You are all going to get 150 experience points,
What am I at? Doing?
Except me.
except for you and J Money. Rest in piss, dude.
Plus 150?
I'm rich in heels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
3366. Okay.
All right, cool. And that's where we're gonna stop for tonight. It's about
Okay.
midnight. And we will pick up from right there, next week.
Oh,
Okay.
Cool, coolio.
there you go.
Yay.
Does anyone want to do anything? You are really excited tonight.
I am. I only have so many I mean, my voice is so monotone.
I know you, man. I'm just giving you shit.
I only do so many tones in my voice.
Yeah, whoa, man. So,
Can't be like me.
does anyone want to do anything before I close the board?
Do you want to watch the rest of this game with me, boy?
Yeah,
Can I
sure.
investigate the area like that we're in?
Let's see here. Not from currently where you are, where you're
Well,
standing.
Like, can I investigate here? Can I investigate
Well,
here?
we'll do that next week. First things first. Next week, we'll have you explore the area.
Do good shit.
So right now it's the tiebreaker. 'cause
Oh,
it's
god
2-2.
damn it!
And right now Philly has control, but we'll see.
Monka S. All right, closing the
Oh
board.
boy. All right, good shit.
Ew.
Good stuff.
Everybody
Obviously.
gets XP because they hit the they can't fucking nothing.
Okay,
Fucking nothing. What?
since he's
Alright, there you go.
kind of a support character, does he get XP for supporting someone?
Say for example, he let's see here. So for healing people, not particularly, but if he were to say give his word of inspiration to somebody and they use that to attack a target, he would also be included in the quote unquote fight.
Actual assists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Damn,
there will be like a bunch of random like assisty type spells that will also be included in that, but not really like healing.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
I think Philly's winning.
Damn.
Oh god.
All right. All right. Good to know.